Falcon fans, and of course, good old Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. We are back. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube. Terry, we're pretty much everywhere, man.
Everywhere, bro. All around the world.
It's a one time for the fan type of thing we do, man. People just love the podcast, so we try to put it out there as much as we can for you all. So for those that's listening on those airwaves, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, some of y'all don't get a chance to see the channel, but you head over to YouTube and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Falcon fans in the chat, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. You can go ahead and tag your Falcon friends. You could tell your Falcons family that we are talking Falcons football. Terry, we're gonna have a good day today. Why? Because we had a good weekend, right? And we had Falcons open practice the other day, which was amazing. Was yesterday? Falcons open practice.
What?
And of course, the Rise Up Tour fan club membership party that was today. So you can hear my voice too as well. I was getting in fan mode, hanging around with the fan club. But we had a great time, man. So big shout out to everybody who showed up to the membership party. But a big shout out to everybody who showed up to the Atlanta Falcons training camp out there in Gwinnett County. And that was a good little distance for me, about 56, 57 minutes, close to an hour. You know how it is. But that was a great time being out there with all those Falcon fans, being out there with the coaches, being out there with, hell, even the Mercedes-Benz Stadium security that was out there, right? Mm-hmm. Because now we're back in football season. You can see it out there on the high school field that they was playing on yesterday. The fans are excited. The fans are excited to be back to watch some Falcons. And I must say, before we get started, I'm beyond ready now after seeing this team yesterday. Even with shorts and t-shirts, it was just no more practice, and I've seen it before. But I'm just beyond ready. But before we get into all training camp news, T-Will, one time for the fan for my ATL Sportsman. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. What a time we had, Jack. What a time we had. Oh, man. Yesterday was great from start to finish. Got out there, got a chance to see some of our, fans. Okay, hadn't met them and got a chance to meet some folks. That was fun. Got a chance to see some players up close and personal. Got a chance to I think we went live right quick, didn't we, Jack? We had a very.
We went live. Big shout out to Mark Cheney,
yeah,
who had some content creators too as well on his channel, talking Falcons football. Big shout out to everybody that was on the channel too as well. And when Terry handed me the phone, he was like, "You want to go live?" I was thinking, "Oh shit, we're gonna go live on our channel." He was like, "No, Mark is live right now." Like, oh shit, okay, well, let me just talk to Mark.
I did kind of put you on the spot.
No, because I was already feeling good, and of course, with the fan. Terry, you saw me yesterday in fan mode, did you not?
Yeah.
Am I a totally different person, or I'm the same person on the podcast?
Jack, I'm kind of biased. You're my friend, so I don't know. This is what I would say. You were kind of in mayor mode yesterday. Like, this guy knows everybody. He's like, hey, Dave, hey, so-and-so. So, I think your nickname should no longer be Jack Spade. You should be the mayor.
Oh, shit.
Because, you know everybody. And, he's calling people, hey, whatever, hey, da-da-da. We'll do lunch. Call me. All right. Yeah, he's.
Sheesh.
Jack was in his mode, man. But let me tell you something. It was it was wild. That was a wild moment. No, man, but honestly, I wouldn't have rather been anywhere, Jack. It was literally one of the best days of this year. As you know, it's been a very hard year. So I just appreciated being out, man, and I appreciated you for inviting me and having me. And you guys have given me purpose, man, and I really enjoyed myself yesterday. From start to finish, yesterday was a great day. Only thing I didn't enjoy was that traffic, man. It was an hour for you, bro. It was an hour and a half for me, bro.
So I'm going to go ahead before we get started here. I'm going to blow the whistle on the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm going to blow the whistle on the Atlanta Falcons. You're probably, wait a minute. Somebody's probably, they're sitting up in their chair now. Wait, Jack just blew the whistle 5 minutes into the podcast on the Atlanta Falcons. What happened? What happened, Jack?
Drive. Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Yeah.
after I blow the whistle.
Unnecessary roughness on my gas mileage.
Break the play up. Break the play
Everybody
up.
else
All right.
mileage.
Here's the situation here. Blowing the whistle on the Atlanta Falcons for hosting the practice at the high school, which they knew how many fans would show up to that event. I was expecting to just, pull up, park, get out the car, walk up. That's how we do it. I had to wait for a bus.
A shuttle bus.
Which was down the street to come pick us up and take us to the grounds, which was not a problem. I'm a diehard Falcon fan, but that took up almost 10 minutes of my time of watching the Falcons practice.
Yes, it did.
So we'll just go ahead and say that. So I'm going to blow the whistle. Only a 5-yard penalty on the Falcons for that next time. And, of course, they have the practice at the Benz. But if you do think about doing this again, Falcons, just Falcon fans, that high school will fill up quickly. And Terry, we saw the pictures. Carrie posted it in the chat. Like, if we're heading up there, look at the line. And the line to get – the stands were filled.
Yeah, they were.
So big shout out to the Falcon fans. I was out there on the Falcons home side of where the stadium was, packed out there. The Dixon Way was out there. Auntie Pam and them was out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, seeing all the Falcon fans that was out there. Yes,
I saw the Dixon Way. As a matter of fact, he was live. And he threw me on his live, which, by the way, thank you, Dixon Way, and thank you, Mark.
Big shout out to Shonda, too, as well. His wife, she was there, too, as well.
And I met her, very nice lady. And, of course, I told her that he, compliments her and talks about her all the time. So shout out to the Dixon Way for that. Man's got his priorities together. Got to give him that. We need more of that. But, yeah, no, man, it was fun. It was fun. Not only did we get a chance to see our Falcons, but I just felt like it was a chance for us to get together in fellowship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was, oh man, I got to meet DeMario finally.
Wait, Superfan Mario, who I had to sit down and talk to about getting on the podcast, and he was like, "Hey man, I don't know, I'm kind of shy." And this, I said, "Mario, we got you." DeMario might do the podcast if it's going to be in the audio podcast. He might not do the, join the podcast like us. But I said, Mario, I don't care if you write in the chat. And we'll ask you the questions. You can type the answers in the chat. Just be a guest on the show. Like, DeMario is a super fan.
He is. I don't understand.
Super fan.
I don't understand why he'd be shy. So afterwards, myself, Mario, Eric, and Joe, hung out for a while.
That's the training camp tradition. After training camp, you go find something to eat.
We hung out for a while, and DeMario's a very gregarious personality. Like, I don't get shy from it. I don't know why he'd be shy.
The picture man being shy. The picture man was the mayor. You should have seen the way he was telling people, take this picture from me. Come over here. What's your name? Cool, perfect. Take this picture from me. Telling the players yesterday, you take the selfie. You take it.
Right. He did that. Like,
turn around. Everybody get in, y'all. Get in the selfie. What did the one player? Who's that? Ray Ray? Ray Ray said, "Why I gotta take the selfie? Why you gotta break what we got going on, Ray Ray? Every player coming over here doing the damn selfie like this. Ray Ray, turn around. Why I gotta take the selfie?
Gotta be
Damn it, Ray Ray, why we gotta do this?
Why?
Don't do it, Ray.
Ray. Flag on Ray Ray. Penalty on Ray Ray.
But a touchdown on Ray Ray too as well. Camp's been going well for Ray Ray. I'm talking about that might be might be on that field a lot more than you think this year. Falcon fans.
Rondell got one too, though.
Rondell Moore got it some too as well. And fans are talking about the play with AJ Terrell. I mean, don't forget his shorts and t-shirts. So iron sharpens iron. We hope, of course, these guys are coaching each other up every play, what they see, what they do. Would you say some players kind of do that for the crowd, or do you think it's like they're really going 100%? Because on that play, it was like Rondell's here and AJ's here and Penix through a dot, and it's like, well, AJ, you're the number one corner. Like, Rondell's playing with the threes and the fours. How did this happen? But it's camp. It's camp. Every single team, every corner. Aaron Donald had been out there before with the Rams. He done got stuff trying to get to the quarterback. It's happened with every player, right? They always have a bad play or something happen. But, fans are looking at it like, what is going on with AJ? I don't think nothing's going on with AJ. I think game one, going through the season, he'll be fine. But practice, iron sharpens iron. But to see Rondell Moore catch that pass, because Terry, we was doing the podcast, and next thing you know, you hear, ooh, you hear the noise from the crowd. Look over, Rondell Moore, he going in.
I saw that the whole way. That thing was Purdy.
That was
It
a dot.
wasn't
That was a
pretty. It
dot.
was Purdy. Let me tell you something. Penix dropped that thing in there, and and the thing about it, it's very difficult to teach touch.
Yeah, for a rookie too as well.
For a rookie, he
A
dropped
rookie. Somebody's
left
been
room to go and get it, and Rondell ran up under it like a center fielder, put it in the breadbasket, and it was a touchdown. So, say what you want about Penix. He's got touch. I'll give you that.
Penix. It's a different feeling when you're talking about it, Terry, on the podcast, and then you're actually out there watching it.
Yeah.
That's why the open to the public practices are so big for Falcon fans.
Yes.
Because we can do that. Everybody looks good in shorts and t-shirts. Talk that is fine when it comes to camp because most teams would say that. But this week they put the pads on and it's going to get down to the nitty gritty. But what we saw yesterday for that fan base that was out there was that Kirk Cousins is accurate as
yeah, he
boy is accurate.
And quick, too. Right?
And quick. Terry, we was watching the ones-on-ones. We went into the stands and watched the ones-on-ones. Kurt, 1-2, boom.
Bam.
1-2, boom.
Bam.
It was there. Kyle Pitts, give it to me. Drake London, I'm right here.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. But even though you saw the pick two as well, Troy Anderson with the pick two as well. That was nice to see.
Yeah.
Troy Anderson getting the pick. But it's so much to go over when you come to training camp. We're going to get to that. Chat is live. Chat is lit. I got House of the Dragons. And guess who else I got? I got a special guest. Y'all. We was partying a couple minutes ago, but now we're on the podcast talking Falcons football. Chris is in the building. A1 Forever is in the building.
Yo.
Big
up, man?
shout out to you, sir.
Yeah.
How's everything going for you, Chris? How's everything going?
Hey, man, I ain't got not a complaint in the world. Happy to be on here at one time for the Fizzan. And, man, it was a great day today, man. Great day. I'm pretty sure you guys are talking about it at least. Where the heck you was at, T-Will?
Mm-hmm.
I had to work, man,
Man, you should. All the monitors, you could have brought one with you.
Shit.
A1's
already out here. Let's go to him a while. He's already out.
I'm just saying.
Right. Let me tell you something about this dude, man. Let me tell you something, Jack. His parents raised him right, man. He did. He did a tribute to Hank Aaron earlier, and it touched my heart, man. Because when I see the young folks, looking back on my heroes, that says something. Because you don't understand your history, you don't understand your future, you don't know where you're going. And Chris gets it. So, hey, man, I just want to celebrate this brother. Great young man.
And I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you.
And Chris had a nice
great thing, Chris. Really, really, I feel like the dad on the freaking show now, but just really looking for great things for you, Chris, man. Excited for you and looking to see how far you can go, man. You're doing it big, brother, and I'm so proud of you. And I mean that, and I'm back to it because this shit's getting all emotional. All right, Jack, what we got, buddy?
We got A1 Forever in the building, man. Big shout out to A1 Forever. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. And Chris, thank you for taking the time out of your day to show up to the membership party. It was glad to have you there. See all the Falcon fans, see what we got going on with the Rise Up Tour fan club. We got a lot happening this year. Got my lanyards too as well on it. I'll explain here shortly. But for Falcon fans in the chat, you see A1 Forever right there on the screen for the YouTube channel. Please head on over, like, share, subscribe. Chris, before we get started, what are your what's your social media so fans can follow you too as well?
Well, sure. If you're on TikTok, it's the real A1 Forever. What you got? Instagram, A1 Forever. I try to keep everything pretty simple because on X you can type in A1 Forever. I'll come up as well. Facebook, this would be under my real name, which would be Chris Moore. I also have another page, Chris Tip Moore. The reason why I have that is because at one point in time I was locked out of my other one. So I just got 2 pages now. But yeah, man. And of course on YouTube, man, A1 Forever Sports, the show that's cooler and fly too, man, and be generational because it's always time to be in. Ain't no point of selling for less because you can always have more with the vision. And I seen the vision today of the Rise Up tour. And because of, what I'm saying, Jack, I got me a clean shirt.
Yes, sir. Terry, where your shirt at? Got
me a new clean shirt. Got me a little badge or something like that. Dang, with my brand on there. I said, dang, look at them.
Yes, sir. We got it going down in a major way for those that can see. You have the badges for the Rise Up Tour fan clubs. You can see, and then of course, for the you see that one right down. I don't know if y'all can see it. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. It's going down in a major way. We badged up, man. You gotta be badged up out here doing some of these events that we got going on this year. But Falcon fans, definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button for Chris, because he does a great job with his podcast. Chris, you recently spoke with Joe Patrick from 92.9. Right. You also had Bob Rathburn apparently too as well from the Atlanta Hawks that you spoke to. And you also spoke to Steve Holmgren earlier this year, because you do Hawks, you do Braves, you do Falcons. So it's not just Falcons. You really keep it real with the entire city of Atlanta.
Hey, man, I mean, I'm originally from here, so I try to do my best, you know, so I can. I like to think I'm a guy that knows a little about a lot. And, you know, some areas more than others, but, you know, it's all about progression, and just trying to do my best to give the best content that I can for the Atlanta faithful, despite what they're fans of all teams, one team, at least, you know, so I can reach them all one way or another. And that's what it's about.
Hey, Falcon fan, this is great to have Chris on here. We'll definitely try to do the best we can to get you up out of here in less than an hour, because it is House of the Dragons night, Chris. We partied, had drinks, and we yelled "Rise Up" for hours, but it is also House of the Dragons night. So we have to be prepared for that. But the chat is live. The chat is lit. Let's go ahead and get straight to it. Deshaun's in the chat. Deshaun says, "What's up, one-timers?" So go ahead and fix the screen. In which stadium did the Falcons get their first win?
I know this one, and nobody's gonna get it.
Okay, I know. Terry, because you're one time for the fan, and we're going against Deshaun. He has his notepad there. I'm sure he's getting ready to put W or L on this question, if he's going to stump us or not. But Terry, we're going to give you the answer. Kind of like Family Feud. We're going to gather up. What's the answer? We trust that you have the answer, Terry.
We need Steve to crack a joke. No, the answer to this one, and nobody's going to get it, is Yankees Stadium.
Yankees Stadium.
1966 against the Giants. Nobody would ever guess, because it's a baseball stadium. Who would think that? But this was
Deshaun's in his house throwing a notepad. These guys and these damn answers.
Because you got to understand, a lot of teams used to share stadiums. Like the Braves and the Falcons shared Fulton County Stadium for the longest time, right? Until the Georgia Dome was built. So, you know, that's why you look back on a lot of those games in the 70s and some in the early 80s. There's a baseball pattern, especially if it's before October. There's a baseball pattern in the field. Candlestick was like that. I think the Oakland
Candlestick.
They were in Oakland. You know, you could see part of the baseball field, because, you know, there are times where football and baseball intertwine. They're still going on. So, you know, with a lot of these early teams, they shared stadiums, right? Yeah.
It's good to have Terry here to answer, you know, questions like that, because some people went to Google, but Terry said, "Nah, I remember that.
I got
you yesterday."
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Deshaun said, "You know what? We're gonna get you with the Falcons trivia, but we're also gonna get you with some music trivia too. Which rapper or group lyrics is this? Can't define how I'd be dropping these. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. I grew up a Wu-Tang fan. This is Triumph. This is pretty much your first verse in Triumph. Lyrically perform armed robberies. Flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scar Shogun. Explosion when my pen hits. Tremendous. Ultraviolet shine high for horrendous. You just had RZA, man. I expect you through the view. See Millennium. Killer B sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Don't let me get started with Wu-Tang, man.
Get him, Jack.
The back of my hand.
Get him, Jack.
Back of my hand.
That's
good.
That's
talking about fluent with the woo.
Come on, man. That was
fluent with the woo.
You got RZA, Jizza, Method Man in his prime. Yeah. Right. That was back when you had to be listen to one of those groups, No Limit, Rough Riders, Wu-Tang, Boys Texas, the Texas Boys, Do or Die, Pope Pimp, Twisted Them. Like you had to, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, the Midwest group, like you had to pick which side, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up listening to a lot of Wu-Tang, man. Philip Crawford is in the chat. He's throwing emojis around too as well. You know, he's representing the red and black. DSGB Hall's in the chat. Throwing emojis around. He was trapping it out last night at the Jeezy concert. Saw him post he had on the snowman shirt, had on the snowman shoes, had on the snowman pants, snowman gloves.
No,
man,
he ain't
real
come to play.
Jeezy. Real Jeezy fan.
Yeah, he ain't come to play.
PSGB.
diehard Atlanta Falcon fan, and Mr.
Smitty.
10K plus Smitty's Sports Machine.
Oh,
Smitty.
no, 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 no. It's 11K now.
Oh shit!
Wow.
11K.
Smitty doing it big.
11K, Smitty.
Smitty, we're about
Don't
40
hurt
something followers
nobody.
away from a thou wow. If you want to just send an email out like, hey y'all,
Yeah, send
about
no
40
email
y'all just
blast.
sheesh. A1, you got a solid crew over there, man. You rock with Berto over there on the channel. You got Smitty on the channel. 11K?
Smitty 11K, man. Yes,
Sheesh.
sir. Putting that work in, man. Been putting that work in.
Hey, he
Mr.
does a great
Wallace.
job with the podcast, man. That's a content creator. Wallace Smith is in the chat with what's going on, fam?
What up, Wallace?
Ooh.
Smitty
What's
back.
up, Wallace?
Yep,
Rise
rise
up,
up
content
creators. We did today too.
Mateo, oh man, we did, man. We had a great time. We'll talk about that shortly. Falcons football almost here. Mateo is in the chat too as well. A1, Philip Crawford has a question for you. In order for us to make it to the next level, what's the missing piece at what position and who? Especially looking at this roster, the missing piece.
The missing piece.
Ah,
that's rough, man. It all depends on which way you want to go because it's guys that's still out there at different positions. Like, of course, you got Justin Simmons out there. You do that, you can definitely shore up the safety position without question. Having Bates and Simmons back there, I mean, I don't know what his asking price is because he's still out there. But that's one guy, a guy that used to play for the Rams last year and with Coach Ra, Akilo Witherspoon at the corner. He's out there. You also got Yannick. He's still out there for the pass rush. I mean, I know, and that's pretty much all that he does. You want a pass rusher? Do you know so to kind of throw in, or are you kind of cool with where you at? So it all depends on where you want to go because you really can go at any one of those spots. Because man, but if I had to answer the question, for me, it would probably be corner. It probably would be corner. I probably would give Akilo Witherspoon maybe at least a call, just because he's familiar with that type of defense in a way. He was with Raheem last year, so being with Raheem last year, I think that could possibly give a edge, maybe. But same time, we got guys like Kevin King out there right now that's still trying to compete for a spot. And what I do know,
Antonio
that's
Hamilton, Harrison Hand.
Yeah, man. So, but I still, you can never have enough corners.
Falcons fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
I'd probably go corner.
Yeah,
just especially because we didn't go corner nowhere else, like the draft, free agency, nowhere like that outside of Hamilton and Hand and a few others like that. But we really didn't address it in the draft, and there was a couple guys we could have gotten, we just didn't. So
I definitely agree with that, Chris. Definitely agree. Falcon fans, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. William Amy's in the chat with the let's get it. Comments are rolling in. We're trying to catch up to as many comments as we can before we start talking some Falcons football here. Terry, did you see yesterday when I told Kirk Cousins, I was like, Kirk Frost, and he turned, he was like, yeah, Kirk Frost. I like that. I was saying, you gotta get to the good side of the players, man. Like, you don't want to just
gotta get the fan there.
Yeah, you gotta get the people they want. But then again, there was a fan there yesterday. Terry, you saw him. He was going off on the Falcons. Like, he was sitting there next talking to your brother for a minute too as well. But he had a lot of fans turn around like,
so
buddy.
I talked to my brother about it.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about him. And what he said is he means well. He literally just expresses himself that way. He said because there was an incident with Matt Ryan where he just kept whatever.
A couple years ago at training camp, where they had to send security over and everything.
And he said when he talked about it, he was like, look, man, I love Matt. I just want him to do X, Y, Z. So it's I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what the deficiencies are, but it's his heart's in the right place. It's just maybe he doesn't know how to express it. But it's interesting in how you can see something and think it's one thing and it's really not. So for what it's worth, we did talk about it. But yeah, he was getting after it. He was getting.
Eric remembers a couple years ago at camp, he was going at it, and Arthur Smith was looking over there like, who is this guy? I think they had to send security one time, but he's like, number 52, what are you doing? If you don't hit that pocket like this, if you don't hit that zone like this, you got to get out of here. Number 24, you cut. He was going off on the hill. And fans were like, "Jeez, who is this guy?" But he's been there for years. But he showed up at the practice yesterday, and sure enough, after he was done talking with Eric and some of the fans, he got right back to it. And some of the fans kept looking back like, "Who is he?" But like you said, if you talk to him, he does mean well when he talks about the Falcons. He is a Falcon fan from what he's told us, but he goes to the extra level when he goes. Practice is his moment to like show the coaches I can coach. Like I can put me out there, let me coach. But he's going into a point where the players are like, "Oh, well, what's going on over here?"
Right. I'm gonna be honest. That would have worked in the 70s.
Huh?
That would have worked in the 70s.
That would have worked in the 70s.
But not. I mean, hey, that was coaching in the 70s.
Hey, we got enough coaches. Ross said he don't pick out his coaching staff. I think we good on coach.
I think we good. He has a strong team.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, man.
Dwayne Ruffin, one time for the one time. Big shout out to Dwayne Ruffin in the chat. Dwayne, I got your.
So if you lose me, I'm sorry because it's bad out here, bro.
Hey, hopefully we can get
it's storming.
There. Yeah, it's storming. It's storming. It was storming at the membership party. It was storming downtown. But before 9:30, we should be good. So hopefully the rain can just hold off for just a little bit. But if not, then we'll do the best we can here. For those that's driving or for those that's in a location away from where you need to be and you have to get there, just be careful.
Get home safe.
Yeah.
What up,
Atlanta rain is really showing out. Mactown Dirty's in the chat. What's up, one time?
What up, Deke? What up, Mactown Dirty? What up, Cool C?
Yes, sir.
Shannon Willis in the chat said AJ did not respect Rondo Moore's speed, and for he got beat.
I seen it. I seen it. Kind of had him doing a little Nnamdi Asomugha against Julio Jones a little bit.
That was tough to watch. I mean, then again, it is practice, so they're gonna go back to the locker room. They'll watch tape. They'll watch film. I wonder what's going on with the Kirk cam, Terry. The Kirk cam. You got the camera right here on the top of the helmet. I didn't see that with Desmond Ridder. I didn't see that with Mariota. The camera. I'm guessing they're gonna go back and look through the camera and see what Kurt sees. A1 to see how he's going through his progressions, his reads. Because I've seen cameras and players.
Jack and T. Will. Do y'all think they're doing that because they want to say, without saying it, let's show everyone what going through progressions really looks like? Let's show everyone what what I don't know. Am I tripping? I don't know.
I mean, we can go back to the comments when Raheem said I wouldn't be here if you had a quarterback.
Hey, dog.
Went out and got.
He said it, not us.
That is true. He did say that.
Maybe the.
No controversy. And I said that myself about a week ago. I was like, no controversy. Kurt is the guy. Penix is the backup. And really, they're looking at Heineke possibly as the backup, and Penix is quarter QB3. We'll see about that by the time that camp is over. But we'll see.
No, I think Penix is 2. I think Heineke 3. But I just maybe let's start with Kirk can read defenses, and I'll leave it right there. I'm not going after anybody, but Kirk can read defenses and make.
You should have pulled up, Will. Man, boy, you should have pulled up, boy.
I mean,
they're still trying to work on reading defenses. I don't know. Yeah, hey William, you would have loved it, man. You would have loved it.
Kirk is a veteran though. He doesn't even have to play in the preseason. I think he knows the playbook. He definitely knows his targets, who he's going to get the ball to, and so forth. You've seen it in practice. Now Friday they'll have the pads on because the pads come out this week. So that'll be a different story when they get a chance to run those same vanilla style offense, same vanilla plays, but players gonna be out there, going for that. They'll be out there taking some hits.
I gotta lay eyes on Kurt, man, myself, and see what he got going on.
You plan to go there Friday, Chris?
Yeah, that's my plan, man. I think me and Smitty probably gonna slide through, see what's going on.
Okay. It's going down in a major way. Backshot $1 billion? What?
I don't know what he got going on.
What?
I don't know. He just bypass that. Smitty and his jokes, man. I don't understand it.
Big shot to Smitty. Jabri Harper's with the one time. Debo
That's what
vibes,
I gotta deal with.
You gotta go over there and subscribe to Debo Vibes too as well. One time for
Debo.
Fans. Let's go. Y'all gonna be in Stockbridge? No, the Friday practice is at the Benz.
That's at the Benz.
Nah, you think he talking about the meet and greet?
Oh, the meet and greet. That's shit. What's the content creator at Benchwarmers in McDonough?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's over there in Stockbridge, McDonough. That's for the Ravens game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for the Falcons Raven preseason game. So I definitely get that information over so you guys can step out, hang out if you guys want to pop up. What's going on, D? You see you in the chat. Favorite podcast. One time.
One time. Mm-hmm.
Debo Vibes is back. He said A1 Forever Sports. Chris is in the building. Salute.
Salute.
Auntie Pam, who we got a chance to hang out with earlier today.
Yes, the lovely Miss Pam.
It's always good to have Auntie Pam pull up with the Rise Up Tour fan club. And then she was out there ripping with the Falcons fans yesterday at the high school too as well. Hello, fellas. Made it to Columbus safely. It was great to meet you at the Rise Up Tour membership party today.
A lot of driving this weekend.
Oh, man, fans. We got a fan that flew back out to Houston right after the event. So they flew in for the event and they flew back.
Yeah, it's like that. People coming from Tennessee. Everything.
Tennessee, CJ, of course, Anthony too as well. He said, CJ said, Rise Up family, had a good time today and plenty more to come. The membership party, we had a great time. Fans coming out, good music, good vibes, and pretty much just letting people know what's going on for the season, the away games and how we do our events. And it was a great turnout. We still have a lot of memberships of people that didn't get a chance to show up, probably because of the weather or work or just a Sunday off. So people had to take care of what they had to take care of. But big shout to Sade in the chat too as well. Big shout to Sade. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a great Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. Chris, your weekend was good.
Hey, man, weekend was good already. And then, then today happened. So we are good to go.
Turn up with the turn up, man. Got a chance to play some bowling. Football, what was that?
Bowling,
right? Football, whatever it was. Yeah. I don't know.
Bowling. It's called
folding.
Folding. Yeah, folding. That's what it is. Yeah, folding.
Try to hit the pins kind of like it's bowling. But the arm was, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was because of the alcohol or what it was. It just wasn't as accurate as I used to be.
Okay.
So, I gotta work on that. But 80 on the run is still good. Falcon fans.
80 is still there. 80 is still. That's what you're saying. It's still in there.
Still good. It is still there.
Got it.
Hey, you know who's still here?
Side reverse beer like your life depended on it.
Shit.
Let's go.
The Falconator is still here.
Oh, yeah.
It was good to see him yesterday at training camp too as well. It was good to see our team yesterday, but also good to see all the fans show up. Let's not forget our Fox 5 superstar, the one and only Jack Spade. Yes.
Spader.
I have the video from Fox 5.
You and what Yuri on there.
Yuri too as well. Miles the GOAT, Miles Garrett from Fox 5. As soon as we walked down there, Miles said, one time for the fan. What's up? We got to get you guys. I said, you already know where to find me, Miles. I'm right here. He's got the producer, brought him over. We had a good conversation. He posted it late last night on Fox 5. And then Miles is going to be on the podcast this week to come back here and talk about what's going on at training camp. And then Miles is going to be at the Ben's Friday. So we're going to get a chance to talk to him too. Also, for all the Falcon fans in the chat, if you went over to the Instagram page, you got a chance to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we were talking about. So please head over to the One Time for the Fan Instagram page. The autographs with the players, joking around with Cordell Hodge, D. Alford. Terry, how many players we talked to yesterday? Chris Lindstrom, Tyler Algier.
Yeah. A lot.
D'Angelo Malone, Ray.
Bijan. Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. I mean, let's talk about this. The Kirk Cousins crowd for the autographs.
Oh, man, they love some Kirk. You know what? It's funny. I'm not going to say that, but
if it's funny, you have to say it.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not.
It reminds you of Matt Ryan?
It's just a different world. And I'm
okay. That reminded me of Matt Ryan out there from training camp years ago when I couldn't get an autograph.
Loved. I'll say that. Kirk is loved. Okay. Because you and I were on the front row. And the rush of people behind us, I got a thing about crowds. It got uncomfortable in there.
And my son was right there in the front when the crowd came over. And I'm like, yo, Kurt's a different breed. You might want to step back. I mean, other players, you don't get that type of rush. Bijan, you'll get the rush. Kurt, you will get the rush. Kurt, I swear, Kurt's crowd looked like Matt's crowd.
Yo, Kurt
it was like,
man.
Kurt is beloved like that already in the 80s.
I mean, I will say Kurt walked over to me and the first jersey he signed was the Vikings Cousins jersey because the little kid had a Vikings Cousins jersey. So he signed that one first. But then he went around and signed everybody. He signed my son's hat. He signed some other people's stuff. But big shout out to Kirk, man. I made the joke about Kirk Frost, and he looked over and he laughed and he was smiling about it. And of course, Cordell Hodge keep running for me on NCAA 25 tackles. But if you guys know Cordell Hodge, just tackle for me. So say Jack Spade sent you the message. You running from me, but
I tell you what. Washington is cut, man.
Who?
I didn't realize Casey Washington. Did you? He's got
Casey Washington.
He's got the gun show.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When he walked over to us, I was expecting more of a smaller type build receiver. I did not expect Casey Washington to be like, oh shit, that's Casey Washington. I'm sorry, bro. That boy stacked up, man.
Yeah. He's been in the weight room.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah. And what's his name? Zoe. Was it Zoe?
Zoe. No, big shout out to Zoe Carter. Came over there. You know, we always cracked the jokes with Zoe about the dogs. We asked Zoe who's going to win the Georgia Clemson game. What's the score? He said a lot to a little. He looked up, said go dogs.
Yeah. And he didn't mince words. Go dogs. Go dogs.
He's a diehard. And of course, playing for Georgia. Anytime you're around Zoe, just say go dogs, and that's how I'll start the conversation. Go dogs. What's your name? How you doing? That's how Zoe.
You already know what it is. But D Malone is cut, man. I did not realize.
Yeah. Hold on. D'Angelo Malone?
Debo.
Yeah, he's cut.
Debo.
The D'Angelo Malone?
Yeah, Debo, Western Kentucky sack leader, who also gave his practice gloves to my son too as well. So big shout out to D'Angelo Malone for that. And of course, I sent a picture to his mom too as well. I was like, "Hey, your son's just the greatest," and she was like, "I know, he's just the greatest." But the Drake London family too as well. Mr. London, Dewan too as well.
Yeah, his dad
came on over, said what's up too as well. So big shout out to Dewan, big shout out to the London family. There's a lot of people that we also know. Like Terry, you saw we were there one time for the family was there.
Chris Lindstrom signed everybody. Like he was there, I think the longest, and he stayed. And I think he signed everybody's autograph. And he made sure that all the little people and the kids, he really engaged them. So I really like that. Mm-hmm. And number one, all of the Falcon players were great. Okay, I'm not trying to, but Chris really took the time to say, "Hey man, how you doing?" and really interact with the kids. And I just think that's what it's about. So shout out to him for that as well. Definitely wanted to do that. Great time.
Caleb McGarry, T-Will. Caleb McGarry.
So you know what? I don't know. Let me tell you, looking at him yesterday. That's a big man. That's a very big man. Like, we might be all right in the pass game because that dude's huge. If he can work on those steps and back, that's a big dude.
What you mean if he can?
He better.
Look, man. I'm just saying, I did not realize how big this dude was.
Had to blow the whistle on Terry real quick.
All right. Fine, but this dude's huge, man. This dude, like, if he walks up,
he's a big guy.
You don't understand until you see him. Like he walked up on the crowd, everybody up in there was like, "Hey, That let's say whatever. Just in this scenario, you see this girl, she's hot. You're talking to her, whatever, and he's talking shit. You're like, whatever, man. And this dude stands up, and it is your worst fears because. Got to be all of 6'5", 6. He's huge.
Mm-hmm. Nah, for real. Caleb is huge. Calais was huge, man. Standing next to Calais, that was one of those. Be like, man. So yeah, big guys. Man.
That reminds me of a time I was in high school, and I went. Me and my friends, all of my misadventures start with me and my friends. So me and my friends were at this game. And our team sucks, so we're getting our asses whooped. It's like 78-25. We're getting and I'm bored. And literally, you know how you're on the bleachers and there's like a space between you and the next row. So I'm sitting here. There's a girl next to me, and she is, oh my God, she is hot. I mean, she is, woo! She's bad.
She's a wow.
Okay. She's a wow. Right? I'm in high school. Right? It's me and 5 of my friends. So she's talking to me the entire time. I didn't start with, I'm just sitting down. We're talking. You know what I mean? I don't know why. We're just having conversation. And dude keeps looking over. Right? Now, if I'd have been by myself, I'm not really a confrontational person. but I'm with 5 of my friends, and they're looking at me.
Mm-mm.
See this, right? And I'm talking, and we're talking, and finally he gets like real boisterous about it, and looks over, and I'm like, "Bruh, she's talking to me. What?" Right? And then when I said what, it just kind of ignited from there, and he's like, da 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 da. Da. And I was like, "Wait," and you know what I mean? And it leads to something, right? And my blood's pumping, everything is ready to go. I got my boys with me, and this guy stands up, and oh my God, he
Like
was
Debo.
this dude was 6 foot, right? He was like, stood up and he didn't stop. He didn't stop, right?
It was at this moment T
Right,
Will knew he messed up.
right. So hold on, right? Hold on, right? I honestly think I'm about to die. I'm like, all right, God, I lived a good life. I had fun. I get it. And my friend, my very best friend, two of my best friends, but my very best friend came from the back and handled the situation. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but he handled it. And
Oh, Terry had the dogs with him that day.
thank you.
Yeah,
Mark,
Jalen Jones.
you are. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But my point is, Caleb is that kind of big. Like he's so big. Like if he stood up, bro, that dude stood up, and I was like, I'm gonna die. I done got myself into it, so I got to fight now. I can't walk away, but I'm gonna die, right?
One of those Donkey Kong punches if Caleb hits you. Not even like a straight jab. It's
No,
come here,
man.
come here, take one of these Donkey Kong punches. Like one of those.
Huge, man. And he did not look that big sitting down. That's what got me. Because I wouldn't have been talking shit like that. I'd have played it off. I'd have grumbled. That dude stood
Well, now
up.
you know why the Falcons traded back up to go get him, and when they got Chris.
His knees had to be up to his chest in that chair. Like his knees had to be up to here. That's the only way he got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had to be like Herman Monster hunching over. I don't know. But anyway.
Shit. Jalen Jones is in the chat. DA Hunter's in the chat. Jalen Jones, yeah. Say it again, Terry?
I just said, what up? What up, Jalen? What up, DA?
Jalen Jones, it was the same guy that's usually yelling on the hill. I'm sure you know because Jalen Jones goes to camp. Jalen Jones asked the question here. Where is it? Was Kyle signing? Oh, you're going to get mad at this, Jalen. For those that do not know the story of Jalen Jones and Kyle Pitts, Jalen had his brand new Kyle Pitts jersey that he showed up to training camp every single day last year. Every day. And that's a good amount of miles if you live, not in the Flowery Branch area. And of course, the time you have to invest to take off of work or do whatever you have to do to go sit and watch the Falcons practice. Jalen Jones was there every day. Kyle was also there every day. And Jalen brought his Kyle Pitts jersey to get signed. And Jalen was there, I think it was like 9-10 days of training camp. Kyle Pitts did not sign his jersey. For the couple times that we saw Kyle Pitts, he would sign, but he wouldn't go down toward Jalen Jones' area. But then the one day that I saw Kyle Pitts, where Jalen Jones was walking out of the gate and Kyle Pitts was standing at the gate, Jalen had already took off. And I was like, Jalen, Kyle's standing at the gate. Like he's just standing there. Like that would have been your moment right there to go get it signed. So Jalen's asking the question, was Kyle signing? If you go to his Instagram page, Jalen, you will see that Kyle Pitts was walking around signing autographs yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So, Jalen,
oh, wow.
Another year.
Oh, wow.
You get to see Kyle Pitts not sign your jersey. But we're going to do the best we can.
Oh, come on, man.
Jalen Jones is a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan. He just wants the jersey signed. I remember him walking over to security last year. And he was telling Kyle, come sign security. He was telling security. They was trying to tell Jalen, hey, all the fans got to go. Kyle's standing right there. He's standing right there. He's telling security, just take my jersey to him. Here's the Sharpie. Take it.
Are we throwing a penalty on Kyle for not signing Jay's jersey?
I don't want to throw a penalty on Kyle because Kyle walks around. Of course, the kids come first. That's why you saw yesterday, Ravage and his wife was like, bring your kid. Where your kids at? Yeah. Jack, go get your kids. Put them right here in the front row because they're going to the kids first.
Yeah. So
a lot of times, and you saw it yesterday with Kirk Cousins, when Kirk went, it was like a swarm. When Bijan went, it was a swarm. But the kids come first. If you have 100 kids in front of you, you think they're going to get to that one jersey in the back. A lot of times people hand their stuff to the kids to get it signed, but then the kid is like, I'm not a bookie.
I don't know you. Whatever, buddy. You're not going to exploit me.
Yeah. Not at all, player.
So kind of like, oh, the players take the picture. That's why I like when DeMario says he gives the player the phone and says, take the picture, right? Trying to sign 1 million autographs in our group. Here's the phone, take the picture. We'll tag you on social media. Everybody remembers it forever.
That's what's up.
Right.
But yes, Kyle did go around and sign. April Thomas said, what up, Terry? Reese is in the chat. What's up, Stephanie? What's up, everyone? It was great meeting so many today. She was also at the party too as well. A1 and Terry, she plays golf. So hey,
Okay.
we got us another golf buddy when we go on the road for these Falcon games, because we're gonna be teeing up in a lot of these cities too as well. Matthew Bass, who was at the Rise Up Tour fan club membership party, said, "Rise up, fellas! Keep up the amazing work." Big shout out to Matthew Bass. Pamela Johnson's in the chat. Bijan.
They went crazy for him too. Hey, look, Kirk was a lot. Okay?
Yeah. Last year, Bijan he needed 2 police officers to walk around with him. Last year, Bijan.
We're at the
really?
Yeah, 2 police officers to walk around with Bijan last year.
Jack, what are you? You like 6'1"?
With shoes on, with cleats on. Yeah, I'm about 6 foot.
5 or 6. Yeah. So I'm 5'9", Chris. Okay, I'm 5. I in the NBA would be considered a midget. I'm 5'9". Wait, we can't say midget anymore, right? Yeah, little person. Okay, I'm surprised you let that slide. No flag on me. Okay, perfect. I normally get a flag.
I ain't get you on this one. I'm waiting. You probably gonna say like the donkey one in a minute. I just figured I'm gonna get you on that one.
No, man.
Okay, gotcha. Let's go ahead. Let's get it out the way. Come on.
No whistles. Matter of fact, no whistles on Terry today. We had a great weekend. Terry showed up. Terry, you drove almost 40 miles yesterday. We're gonna wave the whistles today for you.
81.
Okay.
You drove 80 miles yesterday to get to the Falcons practice?
Yes. 80
miles.
80.
Terry, we're gonna.
We talking about round trip, or we talking about 80 there and 80 back?
One way, bro. 80 one way, 80 back.
Bruh.
Sheesh.
We're gonna go ahead and clear the whistles for you today. So the floor is yours. You can say whatever you want, Terry. You can get it all out. We're not gonna go ahead and blow the whistle for you today.
I appreciate you, my brothers and sisters.
That's the best we can do to take care of the gas situation from yesterday. We're not gonna blow the whistle.
I appreciate it. But no, and I'll bro, I'm up there. I'm 5'9", mind you, right? And they're giants behind me. They're reaching over me. And it's weird when, excuse me for saying this, but it's weird when grown men are like, it's awkward. It's a bad feeling, right? So it's like all these people reaching over you and and I'm fit. You guys are young, so crowds probably don't bother you. But once you turn about 48, you get you see the world a little differently. And at 53, you don't want to be in a crowd like that, man. You just never know what can happen. Bad shit happens in crowds. So it's like Kirk his following is insane. So Kirk came out and the crowd just morphed over there like, oh my God, it's Kirk. They're all behind me. Hands, fingers, stuff going everywhere.
Right. Sign.
That's all you keep hearing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And these are just the kids. No, I'm kidding. And then Bijan comes over and it's like game over, dude. Because to your point, Jack, bro, they go crazy.
To the adults who push the kids, though. I mean, Eric Parker remembers the Matt Ryan situation where the kid was on the rope or the rail when they had the guardrails out there years ago before they put the ropes up, and they knocked the rail down. They knocked the guardrail down, and Matt Ryan had to back up and clear the fans out. And they were pushing the kid, like the mom. Eric Parker knows the story very well. I guess the mom asked the kid to go to the front, and he had his brother or somebody else with him, and they kept handing him the stuff, and everybody's like pushing up on the kid as Matt Ryan's there. Because I'm telling you, A1, when you see it, they push the kid. They want the autograph. So there's some fans that's like, I don't have kids here. Get these kids out the way. Right. And then there's other fans that's like, hey, my daughter's there. My son's there. My little brother's there. Like, be careful. There are some fans that's like, no. Here, Chris. And they're handing everything. And you're looking like, who the hell? The guy's like 4 people behind me reaching over me trying to hand to Chris or trying to hand to Kirk. So that year that, they pushed the rail down and Matt Ryan had to back up, then they put the rope up in place. And we just hope that doesn't happen again. But I saw some adults yesterday trying to get these kids out the way. Type stuff.
Really pushing on the kids just for an autograph.
Yeah, because the kids rush up and go to the front, and after they get their autograph, they might stand around, talk to the player, let's take a picture. But then other people are like, okay, it's my turn. Let me get my autograph now. But some people was like, oh, we can wait. We're all patient. They're gonna sign everybody as much as they can. But people are just pushing. And don't forget about when you get a space. Like if Chris Lindstrom has a space here and Bijan's right here, somebody's gonna fit in between there. Right. You got to know that too as well. They're gonna be,
bro.
They're fanatics, man. When it comes to the autograph session,
like, you know what else took a beating?
That sounds uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
You know what else took a beating? My pandas.
Not the new pandas.
Not the pandas.
Not the
ducks.
Pandas.
I know. They were so pretty yesterday, and they were mad at me because they got all stepped on, and I was like,
no, you're right. You're right.
First about that, right? So
you're right.
What's up?
I said you're right. You're right. I'm agreeing with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I learned the next time I'll just wear my all black Air Max or whatever.
Hey man, it looked like Rolling Loud for a minute. The way everybody was all bunched up. Right. I turned around at one point. I said, "This looked like a Travis Scott show." I'm gonna have to go ahead and back up a little bit. I was ready for the mosh pit to open up at that point,
right?
But to see like somebody like shoulder to shoulder with you, I mean, I know it's fan behavior. People want to get the autographs, but I mean, you should have seen when they announced that it's autograph time. Everybody from the stands came down to the floor.
Rush.
You gotta try to get those autographs. Big shout out to April Thomas in the chat, Larry, William, Amy, Jalen Jones too as well. So many diehard Falcon fans. The Falconator drove 163 each way. He comes in from the Carolinas, man. When I tell you about diehard Falcon fans this fan base has, it's great to run into a lot of these fans on the road, home games, practice, at Publix, at the gym. Doesn't matter. The Falconator, him and his lovely wife too as well, drove down 163 miles.
Oh, you know what? I got no. You got me beat, Vinny. You got me beat because that's a lot.
So since he got you beat, we'll blow the whistle on you then. So appreciate it, Vinny.
You got. Wow.
Yeah, so we'll go back to that the moment 5 minutes ago.
Total. That's 326 total. Damn.
It's around there.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sure he had to stop somewhere else too. He probably got, some food here and there, probably went somewhere else, probably. Who knows, man? But when you travel 163 miles to come see a team practice and there's no pads on, that's just diehard fan behavior. And that's why we have the Falconator a part of this fan base. And big shout out to the Falcon who's also trying to help Jalen get some Kyle Pitts stuff signed. Yeah. I know Kyle Pitts' manager pretty well. I'll reach out to him and see what we can do. Jalen, I know we're going to be playing golf on the road because he texted me the other day asking about, the away games. And I told him about, hey, we're going to go play golf in some of these cities. So I'll do the best I can too as well. But, Vinny, if you want to go ahead and try and get some stuff, that'd be great, man. However we can help fans, man. It's one time for the fan. It's from the fan for the fan. You can see it from the chat to the podcast, man. So big shout out to everybody who's rocking with, one time for the fan. Ravi said, that's why I stand up front because that doesn't happen in our section.
I don't have Ravi because you big as
hell. Also, Ravi's like 6'3", 6'4", wearing a Black Panther mask with a championship belt and gloves on.
Yeah, hey, he was best dressed today. I'm sorry, I meant to get a picture of him. He was best dressed today.
No,
it doesn't. Championship belt with the mask. Yeah, okay.
Huge. That's why it doesn't happen. Who's gonna roll up on that guy? Like he's 6. If you haven't met Ravage, that's a big dude, man. All right, like I'm 5'9". Shit, man. I mean, I got teachers bigger than me. Okay, I'm simply saying Ravage is 6'4", so you're not gonna walk on him. You're not gonna do that. If Ravage is at the front of the line, you're not gonna walk up on a big dude like that, man.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine you accidentally step on his shoe, Terry, and you look back like you said, you're 5'9", you step on his shoe. Like, who's this guy behind me? Oh shit, guys. And he's wearing the Black Panther mask too, with the gloves on. Like when we choke you out, when we throw you,
looking at you.
Ravage has that look. He's also a diehard fan. Underneath the mask, that's a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan.
Yeah.
Big shot to Ravage too as well. Swerve Summer said, missed this group, been absent for a while, but let's go Falcons. That's what One Time for the Fan is for, y'all.
Welcome back.
That's what we here for. A1 forever. That's what he's here for. When it goes to podcasts and creating content, we want to make sure everybody's enjoying themselves. So we do have a couple minutes left here on the show. Yeah. We did talk a little bit of training camp. I wanted the comments we had to catch up to because that's what One Time for the Fan is about. But I want to definitely show y'all something. Yesterday, we was out there at the grounds for the Atlanta Falcons training camp. And of course, we ran
that
into
Ovi
Ovi Mahaley.
Mahaley?
Ovi Mahaley. Big shout out to Ovi, who stopped by, pretty much chopped it up with us for just a couple minutes, on his way to go do some more Falcons content too as well. Believe he has his show with Michael Turner.
Yeah, Michael Turner now.
Yeah,
big podcast that you definitely want to tune into. So Ovi, former Falcon player, and he keeps it real too as well. He has a great spirit. When you talk to him, he's positive about the Falcons team, and it's good to see former players still working with the Falcons some way, somehow behind the scenes. And of course, Ovi, man, he's just a great dude. So big shout out to Ovi Mahaley. Now, Terry, something else did happen yesterday too as well. Our boy Eddie Goldman.
Eddie Goldman.
Oh Lord, he's still here.
Eddie Kane Jr.
Wasn't that hot yesterday, A1? Eddie Kane Jr.
Gotcha.
He said,
and it should be better in the bin. So yeah, I expect to see him.
Hey, it's great to see Eddie back in the MBS. Is that Eddie's first time in MBS?
Eddie Kane Jr.
I think he will be.
Wow.
In a Falcon uniform.
He said, "Nice like
he never made it this far."
I took off 2 years. That's what he says. He says, "Nice like this. I wish y'all would stop asking me these damn questions about why I took off 2 years. I'm back."
Shit. Seeing him make it this far. Seeing him make it this far, Chris, do you think Eddie Goldman could be one of these surprised players to make the 53? Or is it just like, Lakel London, Katavius Street, Lakel London? Like, there's a couple people ahead of him. Taquan Graham. Like, what you think, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, they can find a place for Eddie Goldman, man. I mean, at the end of the day, he can still be a nose tackle, stopgapper, get out there in the run. So that's definitely going to be important. So I think they can find a place for old Eddie as long as he wants to play. It's either going to be that or they're going to wait until the last cuts and cut him just to be petty. He's either going to be either or.
Oh, wow. Hey, does he look smaller, y'all? Does he look smaller?
He looks in shape. I'll tell you that. Yeah. He looks in shape in this picture compared to when you think about when we first acquired him from the Bears. And we look at him then compared to now, just in this picture right here, he looks like he's in better shape.
I remember the offseason training videos he had. I guess, I don't know if he posted on Instagram when the Falcons had first signed him. He was in the gym boxing. He was trying to work out. He was doing everything to prepare, I guess, to be ready to play for the Falcons. But that didn't work the first year. Then he came back. And then that didn't work the second year. But guess what? He's still here, Falcon fan. So this Friday, you'll get a chance to see Eddie. Now, here's the deal. Eddie hasn't really played in a couple years.
Yeah.
But Eddie gets back to his nitty-gritty this week when those pads get on. And he knows, if I get back into rhythm like who fans and players know me as, you have a guy that can possibly make the 53 here. And he's a big presence in that run stuff game too as well. Like when it comes to run defense, when it comes to clearing that pocket out, Eddie Goldman, I mean, look at what he did with the Bears, man. I mean, he did have some guys beside him in Chicago when he played with them that was able to, free up some space and give him a path to the quarterback and the path to the, tackle for loss and every now and then. But he does have Grady and David too as well, or whatever rotation they try to mix in. So I'm rooting for Eddie. I'm truly rooting for Eddie on this one.
Hey, man, I'm rooting for the whole defensive line, to be honest with you, because I know it's going to be some guys we can't keep everyone. But the thing about it is, on the defensive line, we got a good problem right now. We got guys that we want to mix and match. We want to see who's going to work out. And I believe the best players are going to make the team, especially on that defensive line. And the fact that you can mix and match different guys, see what's going to be the best, lineup. Like, who's going to be the tandem to go with Zach Harris and a guy who I feel like is going to tear it up this year. So like I think Jay Rodgers has a good problem on his hands, and I think it's gonna work out for us. I do, because everybody's hungry.
You said what problem on his hands? I like how you said that.
A good problem on his hands. Yeah, a good problem, man. So yeah.
So Chris, you said the Falcons would be petty and cut him in the.
Hey man, it's either Eddie gonna make it or they're gonna be like, well, we just wanted to bring you around, to get you for old and new. And thank you for your service, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for your sweat and your tears, all the good stuff. And
that reminds me
of it'll be funny, man. I'm waiting for Eddie to stop playing and go and come out and just say, man, I just didn't want to play for Arthur Smith, man.
I looked at that roster.
I know professionally I shouldn't be saying this, but
I looked at that roster. I mean, it's random how he just, hung around the teams. They'll like he's around there with Raheem, the new head coach comes in, other coaches leave, new coaches come, and here goes, 404. Hey, Raheem. Oh yeah, sure, I'll come play. Yeah, no problem. I'll be there.
I think it was more. I think it was more like Raheem's phone rang and he was like, "Oh, who is this? Yeah, hello, Eddie Kane. What can I do for you, brother? You say you want to be a Falcon? Terry.
Wait, you say you still want to be
Eddie Goldman on the phone? He wants to be a Falcon. Now, it was kind of charismatic, at the same time. Oh man, we thought you didn't want to play football no more. Well, coach, it wasn't really football. It was the coach. Oh, okay. Well, come on through. We're gonna give you a little look over and see what happens going from you. Okay. I think it kind of went something similar like that.
Bro,
he ain't gonna tell us until after he retire.
Yeah, but hopefully he doesn't get the next call that says, "Hey, bring your playbook to the office." That means,
wow. Hey,
you might not be a part of the
Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah,
talk about being petty, where he goes to see his ex-girlfriend, and he's like, I always thought about you, and she's like, really? But I'm married, and you're married, and he's like, don't worry about that, and you're the love of my life, and I really want to be with you. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, just go ahead and leave him. And so she leaves her husband. We're going to go away to Jamaica, and it's just going to be you and I. So she leaves her husband, and she runs to him. And he's like, you left your husband? She's like, yeah. He's like, you're divorced? He's like, yeah. He was like, I was just kidding. Look, let me introduce you. Here's my wife and kids. Oh, look, and I'm rich now. I'm rich. See what you missed? And it was so petty, dude. It was like, I'm not doing it justice, but it was Dave Chappelle show. I don't know if it's season 1 or season 2.
Oh no, we watched a lot of Dave Chappelle.
It was great.
And hopefully, a lot of Falcon fans watch a lot of Fox 5 Atlanta because Myles Garrett keeps it real when it comes to talking about the Falcons. But your boy Myles did also something yesterday that I think, he kept it even realer. He talked to not only me, but he talked to Yuri from the Rise Up Tour fan club. So. Big shout out to Myles Garrett. Big shout out to Fox 5. Raheem, man, coolest coach in the league right here. So I'll just play it back just a little bit here for the fans that can see. Pop it up on the big screen here. Big shout out to once again Fox 5 for the footage here. Credits go to them. But there's your boy. So I'm on there. Wait a minute. Is that a Terry sighting? Is that T Will? Is that Rav? That's that. There you go. 6'4", 6'5". There he goes.
We don't see it, Jack. What are you?
You don't see it?
No, we just see you.
What?
And me?
Are you kidding me?
And Terry.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
Wait a second.
Oh no!
Hold on a second.
We're just using our colorful imaginations right now, brother. That's it.
We're using
about. I see y'all though. I see y'all.
Yeah,
I got you.
Obi-Wan is like close your eyes. Close your eyes.
I got you.
There we go.
There you go.
Now we see you.
StreamYard was StreamYard, and I was on the other page too, so I wasn't even looking at the StreamYard. So I'm sorry. Falcons, once again on Fox 5 right here, as you can see, credits go to them. Raheem Morris speaking to the media. Terry speaking to the media. As you can see the fans how they're lined up. This is what we're talking about, fans. When you go out there to some of these practices, this was the front row at the bottom, so they had everybody in the stands up here, which is the high school bleachers, which is holds about a good 1,000 people or maybe a little bit more. But the bleachers were filled up. So everybody else pretty much trickled down here to the bottom row. And then there was on the other side too as well, which they didn't have that many
fans out there. Like
them fans.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The fans were out there. But your boy was out there. We're talking Falcons football. T Will's right there. T Will's like, he ready to chime in too. Like, give me the mic. I'm ready to go.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Terry can talk Falcons football. Everybody in this picture here can talk Falcons football. My friend hit me up when he saw the video. He was like, that's like a mob boss type of crew. Like, look at the crew you got behind you. Like, what? He's like, man, look at everybody. Like, you guys look like, like a biker group, man. Like, you guys are like, hey, don't mess with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Mario's over here. He's chained up.
Yeah.
What show was that? Sons of Anarchy?
Look at him.
Yeah. Look at it. Oh, okay. I see you. What's up, Yuri?
You can see some of that too as well. Michael
Penix.
Penix. These are some of the small plays that they're doing. Some of the 1-on-1s and 7-on-7s, and of course they had a couple walkthroughs. Taylor Heineke, Michael Penix, Rondo Moore, Mooney. Mooney caught a great pass too yesterday, and we saw that one, Terry, where we mentioned it. He's a guy that has that separation in the league where PFF mentioned it. I mean, this guy gets open. It's going to be a problem in the NFL. It's going to be a problem for a lot of teams we play. People might look down on Mooney like, oh no, he's not that guy. He played with Justin Fields. Well, he's not playing with Justin Fields no more. And Kirk Cousins, we saw yesterday, 2-step drops, 3-step drops. Everything that Kirk did from the quarterback position yesterday was just on point. And I'm just glad to have him here. Terry, quickly, man, yesterday, training camp, overall thoughts. What did you see? What did you I don't know if you took any notes or not, but just let the fans know, man, because a lot of people was not there.
Yeah, like me.
Shit. But you'll be there Friday. So it'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
You will
I'm going to catch up.
And then for you, Chris, I guess you probably saw some notes and everything online. So after Terry, what did you hear? We can talk about that. Mike Hughes was back. Oh, we want to go to Chris first? All right, bet. Chris, what did you hear about training camp yesterday? Of course, Mike Hughes played a lot in the ones yesterday. So fans were expecting to see maybe Clark Phillips gets that role. Mike Hughes back out there again with the starters. We saw Berlin Trice out there yesterday. We saw James Smith-Williams and Zoe Carter on that mix at outside linebacker. So something that we can look forward to here, that maybe James Smith-Williams and Zoe Carter would be the two guys on the end over there to look at. But Chris, what is your thoughts about what you heard about training camp? And then we'll try to piggyback off that.
Well, I mean, for what I've heard, I'm hearing that both of our quarterbacks, our current and our future, are looking pretty darn good. I mean, that's one thing that I want to see, especially from Kurt, coming off of that Achilles injury, being a little older. He's not necessarily a guy who's been injured, but this is still something that you have to make sure he can plant, everything like that. From what I'm hearing, from what you guys are saying, it looks like Kurt's looking good out there. It's like he probably really doesn't need a few snaps or anything like that. So, I mean, that's encouraging to see. I'm definitely going to get a look at that myself Friday. Of course, everything's vanilla. It's walkthroughs and everything. But I'm expecting to see – I want to see what I heard that Storm Norton got some first-team reps too. Yes, I've been hearing about that. So that's going to be interesting moving forward because I know what people say about Caleb. Of course, I like Caleb more in the run game, but we can't ignore that Storm Norton in limited roles last year in the passing game, he looked pretty solid. So that's going to be interesting moving forward. And they got to make the best decision there, especially, for Kurt. And same thing, for Kurt's blind side. So we'll see what happens, man, with that. I want to see more of Michael Penix. I'm looking forward to that. You guys are saying Casey Washington looks like a man amongst boys. We're going to see what's going on with that. What else did I hear? Just off of the top of it, I have no notes. And
Troy Anderson too as well. That pick six.
I heard. There. See now, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. So the Troy Anderson thing, I heard that the play was really over.
Yes, they had already sacked Kurt.
Just like and Cat he just kind of threw it up, and Troy was able to make a play on it like that. So I guess maybe that's a confidence builder, maybe for Troy. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? You said he was already sacked, right?
Well, the way they run it with training camp, if a player gets there in that zone, he's not going to touch you.
Right.
I mean, one of the other teams earlier this week at training camp, somebody hit the quarterback. They sat him out for the whole training camp. I mean, they sat him out for the whole day of practice. I forget what player it was. Somebody in Denver or Kansas City or somewhere. Right. But I'm guessing Rod's telling these guys, don't hit Kurt. Don't touch Kurt. So from my vantage point, they flushed the pocket. They had already got to Kurt. And if it's an NFL game and Kurt tried to scramble or try to throw the ball away, it would have been a pick six. But the referee did blow the whistle. Now, you got to look at it to where it's practice. But Troy Anderson was where he needed to be if the ball was thrown. Once again, linebacker focusing on where he needs to be, looking at the reads, looking at what's going on with Kurt. And when Kurt threw it, it was like, thank you. But we want to see more from Troy Anderson. But when he was running down the sideline, you saw Montana State Troy Anderson running like that 40
really
time run. That was Troy Anderson I saw, and fans were happy to see that because it was like, is that Troy? Is that Troy? So
Yeah, I
that's
mean, he
those
needs
moments.
to be healthy. All that.
Yeah, those are the moments you're looking for. When Rondell Moore scored on AJ, they was like, "Is that Rondell?" So those are the moments that you're looking for. But Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins planting, dropping back, getting the ball to Kyle. I think that him and Kyle connection is going to be stupid this year.
Now,
And fans
now
need
the
to
thing
watch that.
about
That's yeah.
and I was about to say the thing about AJ. I know I've been seeing people saying, man, all right, he out there ain't looking like a number one, man. He out there getting burnt, you know what I'm saying, by the number 3 receiver or the number 4 receiver, et cetera, et cetera. But Rondell Moore, I mean, he's always been a speedster. And I mean, what do y'all think about AJ on that particular play? You think he just took maybe a wrong angle? You think he underestimated the speed just because you guys were there? I seen the video, but you guys seen it better than me, like up close and personal. Like, what do you guys seen on that play?
For me, I mean, Terry, you can pick back off of this. I was actually talking and belief to Miles at that time when the crowd had said, "Ooh," like that, and they looked up. We all looked around like, "Oh, damn, Rondo just did that." I went back to go watch the video, and the fan had pointed out like that's the same thing that Hopkins did last year. So when he said that, I was like, "Damn, don't tell me we're gonna have one of those 3 touchdown games again with somebody on AJ." But nah, Terry, from my view, I mean, he just looked like he just underestimated the speed of Rondo Moore. And it's practice. They're going to get better at it, but it's practice. Terry, what did you see?
No, first and foremost, it was a perfect throw.
It was a dot from Penix.
It was a perfect throw, and Rondell Moore is fast. Okay, I believe he runs a 4.2. Is that what?
He ran a 4.29 coming out of Purdue.
So AJ, I don't know that AJ runs a 4.2, but AJ and Rondell running stride for stride, Rondell's going to get the better of that, right? Let's be honest. Secondly, it was a perfect throw. So Penix, and the reason it was so good is I think they were on the 15-yard line. It wasn't like it was from 40 yards, but what he did is he threw it right
in the basket, put it right here for Rondell.
But he gave to run up under it, and Rondell just beat AJ to the ball, running.
You don't say.
Yeah, and running a 4.2, that's gonna happen. Yeah, what I did notice though, first of all, Rondell can fly. Mooney kind of a little reminds me of Deshaun Watson. Not that he's as accomplished, he's not. But they're both rail thin. They're both very thin and really fast and really quick. And Mooney gets in and out of breaks. I mean, look, he was the most open in the NFL last year, and it was for a reason. And it's because he's fast as hell. I think Mooney is your sleeper on this offense because Kirk can get him the ball. He's got somebody that can get him the ball. And I think, look, Kyle looked good. Kyle looked great yesterday. Kyle was catching balls all up and down the field. Like it was just, oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Oh, 15 yards. Thank you. Like it was. So he and Kirk are already in rhythm, right? Drake looked good. Mooney looked really good. So
Isaiah Woodson,
it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better, man. The connection's only going to get better, fellas. That's the beautiful
Isaiah Woodson, his nickname is now Flash. He came over and talked to us after the practice too as well.
Up him Flash. You did.
We asked him what his 40 time was. I think he said it was a 4.32 or 4.31 around that. I was like, oh, so you want a nickname? That's what you want.
You talking about Wooten.
Isaiah Wooden.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. And he's a smaller wide receiver too. He had to be about what, 5'10", about 5'11" or so. Kind of like a Damian Amendola, like Wes Welker type. But he's a speedster.
Got a motor though.
He got a motor. He does have a motor. I advise everybody, please go look at his tape. Go look at his film. Because Isaiah can play, but
and he's cut also.
Yeah.
So I was noticing, like, when the players come up, you kind of, because you can't really get a good picture as to how big they are on TV. But when they come up, like, you see who the gym rats are. Casey Washington, gym rat. D Malone, gym rat. Isaiah Wooden, gym rat. Because you could see the guns, right? Mooney's slim, but he can, like, Mooney to me, and I know Rondell is faster, but Mooney's play speed, Mooney's in and out of breaks. I don't think there's anybody faster, right? Because you can go fast, but if you got to stop the cut, that's different. That's what made Jerry Rice so great, is whether he was running a 9, a post, a slant, whatever, he never stopped. He was in and out of breaks. And I get the same thing from Mooney, which is probably why he's always open. Because A, you don't know what you're gonna get, but B, there's no hesitation. Oh, I gotta go left. It's all one continuous motion.
Okay, I got a question for you then. Who do you like better on route running, Darnell Mooney or Calvin Ridley?
I'm going.
Calvin was trained by Julio. I gotta be honest. I think Julio is one of the best to ever do it. I think that's what made Julio was so great, is he was big, but Julio ran routes.
Yeah,
Julio was probably the technical best receiver in the league at his time. That catch he made in the Super Bowl, I don't know a whole lot of people that make that catch, because Julio's 6'4", 6'3", 6'5". That ball had to be 7 feet in the air, right?
I'm going with Calvin.
Yeah, I got to go with Calvin too, and I'm gonna go with Calvin just because Calvin could run routes in back in Alabama.
Yeah. Didn't he? Wasn't he the one that caught the touchdown?
Yeah, I was there. Yep. Yeah, he sure did. Yep, he took that away from Georgia. I was there.
And it was you know what it was? It was an out and up. It was an out. I was so mad at Kirby because the cornerback that he had in was a freshman, and if it's me, because it was like 3rd and forever. It was, there's no way that kicker was gonna make it. He sucked. It was 3rd and forever, and all Kirby had to do was grab him by the mask and say, "Look, kid, just don't let him get behind you. I don't give a shit if he throws a 10-yard out. Just don't let him get behind you." And you know what happened? To your point, Chris, Calvin runs the out and up and got him, and went right by him. And Tua throws a beautiful pass, and the rest. But I'd have to give it to Calvin right now.
Calvin's footwork is crazy too, as well. I saw that from Sanu. He posted videos back when he was playing about footwork. Chad Johnson, you've seen some of his footwork too, as well. From when that ball says, when that quarterback says hike, like it's not just run out there and get to my spot. A lot of times you see that footwork moving around like they're dancing out there. And then they got to make their move and make their cut. I think you guys probably seen Route God too, as well, on Instagram or social media. Like you see him training some of the wide receivers. Like it's all about head fake and motion, making all those noises. Sometimes you're trying to get the people, trying to get your cornerback away from you. Sometimes they're pressing up on you. You got to get the hands down. You got to move. You got to know how to like hesitate and then do a certain type of
fast twitch muscles. Fast twitch very muscles. Important.
Yeah, especially when playing wide receiver, man. And you can see that with some of the wide receivers like Sanu. I think Sanu's footwork was crazy. Calvin Ridley too, as well. But then some fans got upset when Calvin catches the ball. It's like, yo, the first down is that way, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, go that way. I remember some of those games where it was like, Calvin, what do we just do there? Like, this is where the first down is. But Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Big shout out to Blink and Stitch. In the chat too, as well. Shout out to Ms. Joy.
Shout out
Identity. William Amy's in the chat. Jeff Wolf, Atlanta Bird Gang. Big shout out to Bird Gang in the chat too, as well. Jamal Hill said, "Did you guys see anything from Austin Mack?" Only thing I seen Austin Mack do was sign autographs. And that's because the way that they was working the groups, Dave Archer would announce who's working with who and where they're doing their drills. But it was a high school field, so you kind of focus on the ones, and the ones are real close to you. Just like, okay, where's Grady? Where's such and such? Where's this guy? So a lot of times I didn't get a chance to really look over and see that. And our vantage point, Terry, from the floor,
where we were,
was really focused on the people in front of us, which is your ones.
Right.
And of course, the AJ touchdown was right in front of us. I mean, the Rondo Moore touchdown. And everything that you saw from Kirk Cousins. I mean, I even walked down, Terry, as we went through the bleachers. We walked down to a good spot to go watch the ones because Dave Archer announced we have the ones versus the ones. The number one defense will be playing the number one offense. And all the fans just ran to the stands because they wanted to see something, they wanted to see what Kurt was made of. But sure enough, Kurt was making it happen. And you got a couple passes out, a couple passes completed, but they're wearing shorts and t-shirts.
Right.
So it's like,
what did you guys see from Grady?
Grady was just working out with some of the trainers.
Yeah, I think he was just working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After he was signing autographs.
Thinking, but
okay. Signing autographs after the event, but from what I saw, he was just working out. I think David was over there working out too as well. Dave Amiad, I think he was working out on the side. But good to see Eddie Goldman, Tyquan Graham, Braylon Trice. And of course, when they sign autographs, you're looking for a certain player too as well. So it's like, D Offer's there. Let's see, Bijan Robinson's there. Hodge is down there. Oh, damn, Pitts is on that side. So you got to find out like where do you want to be to go get your autograph. And the crowds just move like ants, right? So a lot of times, of course, when you got Mario right there, Chris Michigan, come over here real quick, Chris. Hey, Chris, when you walk down there, tell Kirk come back this way. So it's good to have fans who know how to treat the players with respect.
Know how to move that crowd.
Yeah, we had a good time. So fans knew when you came in our area, we come over here by this side where we were at. This is all group photos. We're taking selfies over here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get the autograph, scoot down just a little bit. But we're giving the player the phone to take the selfie. So head over to DeMario's page. He got the selfie with Zoe Carter with us. I think Koo took a selfie with us.
Yeah,
Caleb McGarry took a selfie. A whole lot of players.
And Mario, man. Mario be everywhere, man.
Die hard Atlanta Falcon fan. And Mario posted too as well. His pictures were still loading from training camp. So they call him Picture Man. So he's gonna post probably over 100 pictures. But big shout out to the players who grabbed the phone and just take the selfie, and they enjoy a good conversation. They laugh with the fans and tag me. And then Ray said, "Why I gotta take the picture, man? Why I gotta take the picture?"
For real?
That was Ray, man. Ray just where's Ray from, man? Because he had a West Coast look. I know he just came from San Francisco, but I watch some podcasts from time to time online, and he just reminds me of somebody that's from the West Coast. Where's he from? Where's Ray from? Let's see. Ray was born in Tampa, Florida. Oh, Tampa, Florida. Okay.
I just about to say Tampa.
He's a Florida boy. All right. Big shout out to Tampa, Florida. Big shout out to Ray. Debo Vibe said, "I love Ike Hilliard being the wide receiver coach. His experience and resume as a player speaks for itself, and I believe the wide receivers will capitalize in his tutelage." This is great to have Ike Hilliard. We didn't have a wide receiver coach in the building a couple years ago. We used the quarterback for that role. But one thing you also saw, why Raheem Morris was out there helping with the wide receiver group too as well. And don't forget, he's also been in that room as a coach before. So that was great to have Raheem Morris showing that he can help in many different groups. You get the D-line group, he's over there chopping it up with them. Of course, that's what a head coach does. I know most of y'all are going to say that. But he was working extensively with the wide receiver group. He was really getting active. Of course, with some of the young guys and you have Drake, you have Casey, you have Moore, even Mooney, right? These guys are not in their 30s, right? They're still young. So to see Raheem Morris over there working with that group, that was something special too as well. And Raheem was out there in the Jordans. Terry was out there in the Breads. He was out there wearing the Breads on the field.
Really?
Terry was out there Jordan up. We know the Jordan collection is great, but Raheem in the 11s, Terry's in the 4s. Those are your head coach and general manager. Come on. It's Atlanta, man. It's Atlanta. Ethan Wilson's in the chat. Big shout out. He said that's when Calvin was gambling. Shit. Ethan Wilson did that.
Wow. Way downtown.
In that
way downtown.
Shit. For 3. Today was a fun day at the Rise Up Tour membership event. Good to see Jack and Chris today, and Terry at training camp yesterday too. Yuri will also be heading out to Miami soon to go see the Falcons play in preseason. Some fans just can't wait, Chris. They don't want to wait till the Jags game middle of August or Steelers week 1.
Man.
They're heading to Miami.
I don't blame them, man. I do not blame
him. Yuri is a good dude, man.
Yeah, fun guy, man.
Good.
William Amy's in the chat. Frank Darby signing to the 49ers. Wow. Hey.
Frank. Yeah. Darby with the Niners.
Hey, I've talked to Darby a few times on the sideline at camp. He's got great energy. You need a player like that in your locker room, right? But the problem was it just didn't work out on the field. I don't know if it was Arthur Smith. I don't know if it was because of the quarterback. I don't know what happened. It just didn't work out.
I think that because one thing about Kyle Shanahan, Kyle is a technician and he demands that from his receivers. So Frank will definitely get better being in his organization if he can hang on, if he can catch on, if he can stay there. He's going to be better.
I mean, somebody on social media posted, I forget it was Twitter or Instagram, and somebody posted a comment and said, "Oh, that's Brandon's replacement." Like that's a tough one. That might not be Brandon's replacement in San Francisco, but he was like what, wide receiver 5 or 6 here on our depth chart. A lot of times he wasn't even dressed out for the games. He was on practice squad.
I think he may have been 6.5.
Shit, it's a half. There he is, Debo Vibe. Ray reminded me from Old Dog from Menace to Society. Definitely West
mama?
Coast
I mean,
vibe.
with the hairstyle, I'm sure.
Let me pull this picture up here, man.
Sure.
He said, "What you say about my mama?"
Bro, let me pull this picture up here, Ray. Because when he turned around at DeMario and said, "Why I gotta take this picture, man?" I was like, "That's real West Coast shit right there."
Boy, I gotta take this picture, man.
That's like one of the moments you wait for somebody who finna throw the first punch. Nah, not one of those moments. But it was cool to see the players interact with the fans. But yeah, that's Ray, man. I can see what he said. He said that came from Menace to Society. Look,
yeah. He said, "These fools smoke your goddamn cousin. We about to go in here, smoke these fools, and that's it. Now quit acting like a little. You know what? Let's go."
That's what the man said.
These fools smoke your cousin.
Smoke your cousin.
It was just something about. He didn't say that they killed your cousin. They smoked your cousin.
Smoked him.
Yeah,
they smoked him.
It's
a Clemson guy too as well.
Get some about it, man.
What did he say about it?
It's all about how you say things. It's all about how you say things.
What did he say about him? He was young, black,
I'm
and
telling you,
nightmare. Just didn't give him.
Just didn't give him.
Can't be up on the movies, man. I know why he be up at 11:30, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. He was there watching those doggone Boys in the Hood classics.
Yeah.
What else? I Won't Get You Sucker, Harlem
right in
Nights.
front of you.
Oh my
Harlem
gosh.
Nights.
It's going down in a major way. Omar Atkinson said Ray was a lot shorter than I expected him to be. Yeah, him and Isaiah's like 5'10", 5'11". Ray, how tall are you, bro? You know, he got Drake London, and then you got Hodge. You can definitely see that they're definitely over 6 foot. But Ray was like, bro, you got to be about 5'11". You got to be about 5'10". But not. He didn't give you Jermaine Dupri vibes. That I know.
Oh, okay.
Every time I say Jermaine Dupri,
I was gonna act.
Oh my God, what was up with that Super Bowl outfit? But I still, it gives me nightmares.
That is tough.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Oh my God, dude, what the hell? Like that's like that right there. Everybody in their life to tell them no. You know what I mean? Everybody needs somebody in their life to be like, that shit, no, bro, don't do it. And he clearly does not have that, right? I love my wife with all my heart. She would never let me leave the house like that. She would be like, "You look stupid. Don't do that." Like that was, I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? The only person alive that I knew that could ever do something like that and still be the man was Prince.
That's it.
That was it. Prince would wear anything, and chicks would be like, you know what I mean? And Jermaine, you're not Prince, so don't ever do that again. But
shit, that's tough. Falcon fans, you looking on the screen here. Just some of the footage that they had from camp over the weekend too as well. Don't forget there was
showed out today.
Yep, showed it. Falcons fans know that this team yesterday showed out, and they did have practice today again.
Fans in them stands.
Yep. Matter of fact, we're in a couple of these videos too as well. I think that Rondo. Hope we won't get flagged for that. I think the Rondo Moore touchdown was right here next to us, Terry. There goes Kyle Pitts wide open too as well.
Kyle looked good yesterday, man.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you can see it right here in the video. Like he's running full speed. He's catching the ball. He's smiling at the camera. Like he's just running full speed. Like he definitely looks like we're gonna be active this year with Kyle Pitts. We're gonna be active with Drake London, Mooney. I mean, you can see it right there. Drake London too as well. He was having a good time yesterday.
Drake not having to jump for every pass that comes to him.
Shit.
Kyle has that walk like he knows he's the man. Did you notice that yesterday?
What?
Like Kyle has that walk like he knows he's the man. Like Kyle has that walk like he can walk into a room and there's a full-blown spades game going on and he'll be like, "Hey man, get up." And the dude will do it. Like that's how he walks. Like, "Hey man, you know what it is. Come on, I'm Kyle Pitts."
My turn.
Well, it's good to have players like that on the team because, you know, back in the day we had, I mean, not back in the day, but, you know, a couple years ago, Julio, Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, a couple players that fans were like, hey, these are our fan favorites, right? You walked into the stadium, you saw the pictures on the wall. They always showing them on the commercials, that type of thing. Now you have a bunch of players that's like your fan favorites. You got Jesse Bates out there. You got AJ Terrell out there. You got Grady Jarrett out there. You got the veteran Jake Matthews out there. You got the number one guard in the NFL, Chris Lindstrom, out there. You got Drake London on the other side. You got Bijan Robinson. Tyler Algier was walking around smiling, having a good time yesterday. He answered a question that we asked him about how the team looks. He said that team is ready to go. Big shout out to Tyler Algier. Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix. Like, look, Kyle Pitts. Like, look how many stars now you have that is out here, not only getting the bag in the NFL, but they're getting ready to take this team to the next level. Chris, yesterday, training camp was great, man. I'm telling you, Falcon fans, if you ever get a chance to head out there, please, please, please take advantage of the open to the public training camp. It was free yesterday. Had to drive some good amount of miles, but it was free. The one this Friday at the Benz is $5 per ticket, and they're going to open the gates at 5 o'clock, right? So Falcon fans, remember, parking. I think they're still working on the Gulch down there too as well, so be careful of traffic. But Debo Vibes, A1 has a question for you. Terry, you can piggyback off of it. We got about 10 minutes left here on the podcast, and we go ahead and get up out of here. Chris, Debo wants to know, fellas, your thoughts of Mike Hughes en route of being penciled in as CB2 potentially. He's been with the one since camp started. For me, we talked about Clark Phillips for a while, and then now you see it's Mike Hughes, who possibly, like we said, Terry, the other day, if we go into camp this week, Monday through Friday, and it's Mike Hughes, they're preparing for week one. Chris, your thoughts on Mr. Mike Hughes, who can possibly be the CB2?
I mean, if Mike Hughes get it, I think he'll be. It's because mostly experience. Maybe they don't want to rush, I guess, Clark into it. I'm going to stand on what I said yesterday, and I believe that Clark Phillips is going to win the job ultimately. I just need to see him get the opportunities with the ones like how Mike Hughes is. Mike Hughes is serviceable. Do I trust him over Clark? Not really. I'm not gonna lie, not really, not at all. If anything, I have him backing up Clark, just in case, saying the moment gets too big for him. You may need to come in with somebody to kind of like calm it down with a veteran experience like a Mike Hughes. But I would be very surprised if Mike Hughes won the QB2. I'd be very surprised. That would be a shocker to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I think Clark Phillips kind of got possibly some Brent Grimes maybe in him. Maybe not the same kind of hops, but just the simple fact that he's undersized, so he's going to make up for it in other areas like Grimes did.
Falcon fans also looking at if they do go with Mike, like you mentioned, him being a veteran and having the experience, and AJ Terrell, a lot of teams are going to try to take advantage of the slot receiver, like a slot cornerback. They're going to say, hey, look, you see that guy Clark Phillips over there? He ain't about that action. We're going to do some motion. We're going to get some guys out of position, and then we'll probably end up with our one on Clark Phillips. Clark Phillips is still a dog, right? You saw what he did the last half of the season too as well, the second half of the season. He really showed up to Arthur Smith was where he was getting more playing time. I don't know what happened with the snap count with D. Alford. Seemed like an Arthur Smith thing because, Richie Grant got less snaps last year too as well when Helms took the push and played better. But D. Alford also, his snap count went down a little bit lower.
Jeff Okudah became a healthy scratch.
Well, thank you, Arthur Smith. But as you're going over, if Mike Hughes could be the guy, it's very much so possible because, he has played in the NFL for quite some time. And maybe Raheem feels better if having two veteran-style quarterbacks out there versus having a second-year cornerback playing up against a lot of, your DK Metcalfs and guys, Mike Evans, if that could possibly happen. But Mike Evans ain't going to end up on Clark Phillips much times if he's playing up with AJ and Mike Hughes. You want to see Evans a lot like that. But if it does happen, I'm sure they feel good that Clark Phillips is there. But D. Alford is a guy to watch for too as well in that slot. He's played a lot of nickel since being here. D. Alford's name wasn't even mentioned to be the CB2 on the podcast. We always thought D. Alford was going to be inside most of the time, and sure enough, he has been there. But Chris, it did rain today, but they had practice too as well. So they didn't get a chance to see much at practice today. Why? Because it rained and the players had to run inside the facility as quick as possible. But Mark Ramondi, who does a great job talking about the Atlanta Falcons. He covers them for ESPN. He pretty much mentioned the biggest thing about it is linebackers Caden Ellis, Nate Lemon, and Troy Anderson have all seen time with the first team at inside linebacker in
I
a
like
rotation.
it.
So that's good to know. Fans were asking, send Troy off the edge, put him at outside linebacker. How are we going to work this rotation? We got JD Bertram too. Now you're getting reports that they're all seeing inside linebacker rotation with Troy Anderson, Nate Lemon, and Caden. And don't forget, Braylon Trice was also getting some linebacker rotation too as well back there. So fans that's excited about these players, you're seeing it, man. Kyle Smith said that Zach Harrison has gone from 265 to 289. Chris, how important is this? You talked about Zach Harrison. How important is a defensive end like this guy to bulk up? What is he preparing for? Why was Zach Harrison?
He's preparing to annihilate the offensive line of the opposing teams. He's already intelligent. He can already create a new line of scrimmage by pushing guards or tackles back. He stays lateral, keeps his feet. The man is going to wreck shit. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. The man uses his size and his length. He having those 34-inch arms gives effort. This man is planning on taking his rookie season up a notch, busting through these lines, disrupting the backfield. He's going to be in a lot of people's backfields. I'm telling you, he has the possibility of being our best defensive lineman. This guy has all the tools. He didn't have any penalties at all as a rookie last year. The man, he plays football the right way. He plays it clean. I'm a big fan of Zach Harrison, of what I've seen really since like the Colts game last year. I'm moving forward, and I'm high on the guy. I believe he can really be a game changer for us. Seriously, Zach Harrison, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too. I mean, the second half of the season, to see players like Clark Phillips, DeMarco Hellams, Zach Harrison, your draft picks show up like that at the second half of the season, and now going into this year, they're expected to play a much larger role too as well. I'm all for that. T-Will, the question goes to you about Mike Hughes playing that CB2 spot. Remember, Terry, when Mike Hughes was out there, I turned to you yesterday and I said, Mike Hughes is back out there with the ones. So we saw that, but also some of these notes. Yeah, some of these notes, Terry, about Caden Ellis, Nate Lemon, Troy Anderson getting a lot of inside rotation with the linebacker unit with the first team. Zach Harrison bulking up, getting a little bit bigger. And then Mooney says that they are far ahead when it comes to implanting a new offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson's system. And they have not missed a step since returning from OTAs. Zach Robinson, first-year offensive coordinator. You think it might be tricky for some, but I guess Raheem's making it easy, not only for the coaching staff, but for the players. Terry, for my ATO Sports, man, talk to us.
Well, I definitely think that Raheem has done this before, right? So there's no experience for experience. And that's the one good thing that I really like about Raheem is not only is he articulate, but guys, he's been coaching for damn near 20 plus years, right?
Right.
He's been coaching for a long time, and he's been in successful organizations, and he's seen how to build a winner. One of the most impressive things that he did was he's got the biggest staff this year, and he's got the biggest staff this year because he's anticipating a successful season, right? What happens when you have a successful season? People want to come and cherry pick your coaches. And he's like, okay, what? For defensive coordinator, we're 3 down, meaning if this guy goes, then this guy goes. Then this guy step up. If this guy goes, then this guy. And I think that's impressive because even in Atlanta, we were never the same after 2016. You can say what you want, but it was Kyle Shanahan. Say what you want. If we have Kyle Shanahan in 2017, I have no doubt we go back to the Super Bowl and probably win. Probably win. So I think that's good. As far as Mike Hughes, clearly there's a relationship there with Jerry Gray.
I forgot all about when he played with the Vikings. I was thinking about the Raiders and just after the Raiders, But yeah, that is right. He was with the Vikings.
And maybe Jerry is more comfortable with him now. Now, that doesn't mean that Clark won't win out because ultimately I believe talent wins out.
Yep, 3-4 Ethan.
Right.
So, I believe talent wins out. But For now, it could be Hughes, and let's see what happens. It's not even a size thing because Hughes is 5'10", Clark Phillips is 5'9". Well, 5'9". I don't know how close that is. You know, sometimes whatever. But if you look at their measurements, Mike Hughes has a 30-inch wingspan. Clark Phillips has 29, so they're not far off, right? It's not like you're talking about a 6'5" corner and a 5'9" corner. So they're basically the same. So all things being equal, maybe Jerry is going with familiarity, continuity. You know, maybe he feels like Mike knows the system, and maybe to a certain extent for what he's going to run, maybe Mike does know it. As far as Zach Harrison, I think that's a good thing. Zach was a rookie last year, and you know, sometimes you don't know what you need until you get in that situation. Maybe he said over the summer, okay, well, I need to gain about 25 pounds because the things I want to do, you know, I need to be bulkier to do them. Plus, it looks like they're going to play him on the interior. So if you're playing him on the interior, bro, we're gonna have to cut somebody that's really good. Because that's another guy, right? That's another guy that if you're playing Zach Harrison on the interior, somebody's not gonna make it, and it's gonna be somebody that's
and Harrison know how to check those gaps and still keep containment.
yeah.
So you know that's
He-
another quality here.
Harrison was drafted last year. He ain't going nowhere. So he's gonna be right there in this 53 this year.
No, I don't think Harrison's going anywhere. He does do that. You know who else does that? Who's that guy we signed from Washington, Jack?
Oh, James Smith Williams, man, who's getting a lot of reps with Zoe Carter at the first team too.
I would say that's his skill. That's his strong suit, is maintaining that lane and keeping the quarterback towards the inside. Like I've watched his tape and I've seen at least 10 examples of him rushing the quarterback, but doing it towards the outside angle. You know what I mean, Jack? Where'd you go, buddy?
I don't know where Jack went, but it's me and T Will, and we got it going on. So continue,
right.
T Will.
Let's do it. So yeah, okay, you're back, Jack. All right, that's good. As far as the linebackers are concerned, I think you should start them off. You know what I mean? Because they're that good. I mean, that's why I'm like this front seven. I'm not worried about because literally you got 3 starting linebackers. You only need 2 middle. You got 3 of them, right? Our interior defensive line is great. Our exterior may be inexperienced, but our interior is so good. Look, man, if you got a double team Grady and Anyamata and Eddie Goldman and whoever else, the guys on the outside got a free path. That's what people don't realize. And the Falcons, I think somebody said it in the chat, the Falcons are a sack by committee team. You don't have to have a guy that has 10 sacks if you got 7 guys that have 7 or 8. You'll be just fine. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think we're going to be okay, gentlemen. I really do. I'm interested to see what we're going to do with Storm Norton, if we're going to have him in passing situations and if we're going to have Bagari in run situations. It's interesting that he's getting some runs at the number 1. What do you guys think about that? Because that's interesting.
I think, you know, McGarry's going to be playing a bulk load of course, you know, the snaps. But then again, he did get injured last year, and if he was out for a couple plays, or I think it was a couple games, and Storm Norton stepped in well. So I think they're definitely trying to see if something happens, could we play with Storm Norton? Don't forget, we haven't heard too much news about Ryan Newsiel and about Jonathan Gwynn and some of the other backup linemen. But to hear that Storm Norton has been reported on a couple people's notepad is good to see, because you need depth at that offensive line too as well if something goes down with one of your players. And because Caleb was in that situation last year too, and Storm had to fill in when it was Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke, you got to get a chance of who is your best backup offensive lineman on this team. Some would say it's Storm Norton. So if you plug him into this first team unit, it kind of gives Raheem a feel, which I'm sure Raheem's sitting over there like this looking. Kind of gives Raheem a feel of maybe there's a competition battle at tackle with Caleb and Storm. Now, I'm guessing, looking at the contract, Caleb would have won it because Caleb is getting paid.
Just off of the contract.
Just off of the contract. And then you don't want that Caleb. Technically, you don't want that competition battle, because then Caleb's going to say, well, I'm gone. And they go find a backup lineman. And this is 2 weeks before the season starts. I think they just want to see a lot of Storm Norton right now. He's a big player for a depth guy. And he's gonna make the 53, but you don't want to see him not on the 53 because somebody's picking him up. Because I guarantee you, somebody's watching Storm Norton like, we're gonna make him a starter on our team.
It's no doubt. I wonder if they're gonna use him in max protect situations also.
It would be good, an extra tight end or however they're gonna run it. I do it on Madden. I take my tight end out and put in another. I mean, that's Madden. But if I'm going heavy run support, like I'm going like, hey, look, we're on the 5 here. I'm gonna pull Kyle out. I might put in another offensive lineman. But then again, I haven't seen the Falcons run a package like that in a long time. I remember there's teams that put the goddamn defensive tackle at fullback and clear it away.
Mm-hmm.
And RIP to the fullback position in Atlanta. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
So it's like you have a blocking tight end in Charlie. But if you want to add that max, and there's gonna be times, there's games where you got to say, look, hey, they're gonna be they're coming for Kurt, man. Like that Philly game, that Chiefs game, you gotta go up against Chris Jones and them.
Yeah.
That Philly game with that defensive line,
the Steelers game,
the Steelers game,
the Saints game,
Watt. You gotta
the
watch
Buccaneers game. Our first 5 weeks, we got a gauntlet to where
saw
we
what
got
Derek Brown would do with Carolina too, Chris. Derek Brown with Carolina alone.
Yeah. So our first 6-7 weeks, we got some guys that's going to be coming at the Kurt. Prime time, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever.
Yeah,
they coming. And
we're not going to hate on the players that play for Denver and all those other guys that's trying to make a name for themselves. The next thing you know, Denver has a guy in November that's sitting on 13, 14 sacks. And it's like, shit, we got to block this guy. Mm-hmm. You know, so as we look at it before the season starts, give Kurt as much protection as possible. You have enough bodies in there to do it. But I think even on 2 receiver sets, Kurt is going to get the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a 2-step drop, 3-step drop. He's not sitting there like last year with Desmond where he was waiting for that read. Oh, I don't have it. Let me just run around and do all that. That's not Kurt. The ball is out. I know the read is there. If it's not there, there's a check down somewhere. Right. Kurt has that QB sense like a Matt Ryan, like a Drew Brees, like a pocket passing quarterback that you need back there to lead this team. And for Michael Penix to follow up and get behind Kirk Cousins as the QB2 when his time comes, he's already shown in college what he can do from the pocket. Like when Penix time hits that NFL, and we're going to see it preseason. My Jags friends text me the other day, oh, I saw the report of Michael Penix carving up your first team. Yeah, he's going to do the same thing to that whole entire first team unit in Jacksonville in about a month. So I hope you're prepared for
Give
that.
it a second. Yeah, give it a second.
Like, come on. Like, this is going to be great to see this team this year. I'm excited seeing them. I'm excited talking about it. But Terry, yesterday, that was like the ultimate, end of the summer type move before the kids go back to school and, all the other stuff happens. That was just the greatest feeling to be around the Falcon fans. And then today, what the hell?
I'm about to say somebody sneaking in your background there, Jack.
Future wide receiver over here sneaking in. I guess this is how you do it. I was like, what the hell? Is there a ghost in the room? I turn around, future wide receiver on the floor running around trying to get his phone. But it's just a great time to be a Falcon fan. I think we're going to turn things around this year. Haven't heard too much about Rook yesterday too as well. But then I was also, Terry, you saw me in our mode, man. We're talking to fans. We're taking pictures. We're signing autographs. No baby kissing yesterday. We don't do that. We're not doing that. That's for the presidential trail. We don't do that type of stuff. But yesterday we went out there. We had a great time with Falcon fans. We enjoyed ourselves. And every single fan that we met, talked about the fan club, talked about the podcast. This is what we do, man. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that everybody was there to enjoy themselves. Chris, and of course today we had the Rise Up Tour fan club membership party. Your thoughts about that? Chris,
clean man? Shirt.
We clean out here.
Clean shirt.
We clean. Terry, where's your shirt? Terry?
I don't have it. I didn't make the event.
Terry said he drove 80 miles yesterday. He's not driving 21 today.
I have it.
Terry, where you landing at, man?
Terry, you got your lanyards?
You got your lanyards, man?
The next one. I'll have to get it on the one, Jack.
Terry, you can't get into the event.
Terry drive one time. He just feel like he can't do nothing anymore. He don't have nothing.
Oh, I did kind of have to work today, guys. I mean, come on, man. Hey,
oh man, big shout out to Terry.
Maybe he got his Falcon hat though. He got that at least.
He's a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. Everybody knows it. Terry, that was great that you got a chance to come out and hang with the Falcon fan base yesterday. I know you're a workaholic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those that do not know, this is your first season that you're gonna be going to an away game, and you've been a season ticket holder, not season ticket holder. You've been a diehard Falcon fan for over 20, 30 plus years. And now you get a chance to go watch the Falcons, not only at home, but on the road. But today, Chris, the Rise Up Tour fan club, what a time we had hanging out, eating some food, enjoying some good drinks, and then mingling amongst the Falcon fan base. Chris, for all the fans that's here in the chat, that's listening and watching, just let them know about the Rise Up Tour fan club. This is your first year that you're a member. But you saw today from the membership party just a little bit, just a small sample of what could happen on the road this season. So, Chris, please let everybody know about the fan club.
Hey, man, it was fun, man. It was fun meeting people. Some of the same people that's in the chat, you know, so you get to meet them in person. They get to meet you. You know, people who listen to your podcast, you know, if you have one, or just if you're just a Falcon fan, just mingling, fellowship with one another, seeing each other. It was great, man. We had a couple of games, of course, like we said, what we was playing Folding. We played some Folding, had some drinks, had some good food, you know. It was cool, man. It was a nice, cool vibe. Everybody was just listening to the music, playing the music, you know, vibing, and it was just beautiful.
DJ
and I already know
the
that
band too.
Yes, DJ, the band, people singing happy birthday, people, you know what I'm saying, got the live band, you know what I'm saying, playing the old school jams, everybody just feeling themselves. It was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful fellowship. And again, just like Jack said, I know that's only the tip of the iceberg. And but I had to come out just to see exactly, you know what I'm saying, kind of like get a feel for it. And I'm glad I did that, man. It was great meeting everybody. And I can't wait to do the next event and go on some of these road trips too, man. Definitely got to try to do that as well. So it was beautiful, man. Beautiful thing you guys have created with this Rise Up tour. As there's no such thing as a bandwagon Falcon fan. You're either in it or you ain't. So this is a great thing that you guys got going on. Met Thomas. Yeah, shoot, man, met a lot of people today. Like, honestly, met a lot of people today. Some people I already knew, some people I didn't. So it was great all around.
See, that's that family experience we're looking for. That's the family vibe we're looking for. How you said you walked in there by yourself. You saw the line of the members signing in, checking in so they can get their membership kits. And they love the shirts. They love the swag that's inside the kit. They love everything about it. Chris, you got your Rise Up Tour fan club shirt. That thing right there. Clean. We got the white shirts too as well, red shirts too as well. So Falcon fans, like we're really doing this on a whole new level. We got the flags too as well. You'll be seeing us at the away games this season. So if you're out on the away game and you see members of the Rise Up Tour fan club, just say, "Oh, there they go." That's the group that Jack and a lot of the other content creators were talking about. Big shout out to Mark Cheney too as well on Mark's channel. He has the Rise Up Tour fan club at the top of the podcast right there. He leaves it up there because a little sponsored thing that we do here with Mark, but he's a great guy. He's a great podcaster, and he's doing big things on his area with the podcasting content creating too. But Falcon fans,
indeed.
What's up, Chris?
No, I just said indeed. Talking about Mark. Shout out to our brother Mark, man, our Falcon brother. And everything, man. He's doing his thing, man. I'm happy for him.
And Mark goes live like 2, 3, 4 times a day. You never know when he's going to go live. But he keeps it real with the fan base. He talks with a lot of members of the chat. But then he also said he's going to some away games this year too as well. And we're going to do the best we can to roll out the red and black carpet for everybody. But I'm glad that some people are excited about the Rise Up Tour fan club. We're not sharing all the information here tonight, but we do have a couple things to share. This was the first one I was about to share. This is the Go-Go Party Bus that we have coming up this week. And you saw today the young lady who runs the company was there as well, and she was enjoying herself. She's a Falcon fan too as well. But Thomas just texted me, this is sold out.
Oh.
He just texted me that the party bus is sold out. Matter of fact, he just texted me that both party buses are sold out.
Hey, that's beautiful though.
There it is. August the 3rd. 2 party buses are going to be flying around Atlanta. I mean, driving around Atlanta, having a good time, probably doing a bar crawl, go to a couple of lounges, maybe go to some restaurants. You never know what they're going to do. But the Go-Go Party Bus is going to make sure that they are, having a good time. We got some fans in the chat here asking some questions. Omar said, are y'all going to Miami? Preseason is not really a big thing for us, but there are fans in the tour, the fan club, that are going to Miami. I don't think we're putting on any events in Miami because it's preseason, but we might have some fans who have a drink at like a bar or a restaurant or something because it's preseason. We're not planning nothing big. Our first event is in Philadelphia. So for fans that's heading to Philly, we got something planned for Saturday. If you're heading in there too as well. And then of course we have some other stuff that I'm going to get to as well. Wallace Smith in the chat with the great content, fellas, from A1 to all the Rise Up content creators to everybody who's out here talking positive about the Falcons, man. Make sure y'all go find their channels. Make sure y'all follow them. But with A1 here on the channel, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Also, big shout out to Bodie, big shout out to Chase, big shout out to Carrie. We can't forget that.
Yeah, man. Can't forget the crew.
Can't forget the crew. We love them. Travis Preston said one time. What up, Tip?
What up? Yeah, man.
Falcon
it was fun,
fans.
man. Fun, man. Fun times.
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Ready? All right. So, 98 Falcons take on the 2016 Falcons by 98 rules. Who wins?
That 2016 team.
And we're going 2016 going to dust the heck out of 98.
Yeah. Ryan, Julio Jones, they dusting. They're dusting.
Hold on. 98 means you can decapitate somebody. And
right.
You got to understand, like, you got Jamal Anderson in that offensive line. Dan's going to run that ball down their throats. Like, are they going to, even if they come down and score, you're still going to get a heavy dose of Jamal Anderson.
Okay.
So you guys say resoundingly to it because, again, not that
Jamal is only one man. That's all I know.
I'm just saying, man. I think it'd be close.
Okay, let me ask you this: who on that 98 team? Who is guarding Julio? Never mind stopping him. Who is guarding him?
That's touchdown. That's touchdown per play.
They need to sign Jesus. I don't think he plays football. So
Omar Atkinson said, "Give me Dan Reeves over Dan Quinn any day."
Right. And here's the thing, right?
Now, I can't disagree with that.
You can play keep away. You can play keep away. The best thing to do with it, because basically they played the Minnesota Vikings, who were the 98 version of the 2016 Falcons, and they beat them. And you know how they did it? They played good defense and they played keep away. They had one Randy Moss, right? Now, again, Matt Ryan, 2016 Matt Ryan, you probably
MVP Matt Ryan. That wasn't MVP. That wasn't Randall Cunningham. Still wasn't MVP. So I'm like, I'm just saying, man. I just think the skill players that we had would just. I mean, even Taylor Gabriel. What do you think about Taylor Gabriel? If you got Julio going this way, you got Sanu. You got Gabriel. Then we had a not so slouchy running back core.
Freeman and Coleman.
Yeah, they wasn't slouches, and all 98 had was Jamal.
Yeah, I think.
Who was your tight end? Was that Hooper? Austin Hooper?
No, that was what for 2016. That was Austin.
2016.
It was Hooper. 98. That was OJ Santiago. But yeah, Taylor Gabriel would get popped. He wouldn't finish the game. That first time he did one of those cute little routes, gonna get popped.
They got to catch him first.
Yeah,
they have to catch him first.
Man, I'm just saying, like if we were playing,
we didn't have nobody on that team outside of Tim Dwight that could probably even come on, man.
So you don't think the 98 Falcons defense was better than the 2016 Falcons defense?
I didn't say that. You just said who gonna win the game.
Chris, you're not gonna trick me here. You asked the question about who's gonna win the game.
I think 2016 would win, but it wouldn't be by like a resounding margin. It probably
I never said a blowout.
It's not a blowout.
I just said who's gonna win the game.
it'd probably be like 20-17 or something like that. Like I don't think it'd be the runaway game that you guys think it would be. I really don't. Now, if you're playing by 2016 rules, they get their ass whooped, no doubt about it.
Oh, they're gonna blow. Oh no,
The
2016
corners on that
rules,
98
they
team
get
going
the
up
doors
against
blown off of them.
Julio.
There's so much that they
Sanu
can't do.
Yeah.
That would be a blowout. That would be the blowout that it should have been. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I'm sorry. Because I mean, you just look at what Denver did to us. They ran the ball, they stopped our run.
Those blitzes. Denver's blitz. We weren't ready for those.
And then in all fairness, we did have Vic Beasley that season, I guess. And then but Dwight you still had Dwight Freeney, who was on his last leg, but he still was effective. You know, you had
was Claiborne on that team too?
Claiborne.
Adrian Claiborne.
Then you had Neal, Jones, Campbell. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, yeah, it's some legends on that 98 team, but you had some athletes on that 16 team.
All right. 2016 versus 2012. Who wins?
2016 versus 2012.
That's the team that Tony was on, wasn't it? 2012.
Yeah, that's the team that Tony was on.
Julio. Who was the other wide receiver outside of Julio back in 2012? That was Roddy.
Yeah, it was Roddy then, though.
Roddy White. Yeah.
They gave him away.
Harry Douglas.
I'm going that 2016 team again. I'm gonna go again. It's tough to break what 2016 had, man. Like, damn, as you think about it, that 2016 team was strong as shit, man.
And then when you think about it too, I'm gonna tell you what that would come down to. That would come down to which defense would hold up, because you had Mike Smith versus Dan Quinn.
Two defensive coaches.
Yeah, so that would come down to whose defense would hold up, because both sides got offense. I mean, tight end, you got to get at the Togo. You got, wide receivers. Julio's there, so that cancels out. But Sanu, Roddy, it all depends on how you feel. How you feel about Taylor Gabriel and Harry Douglas. So it's just, you got some stuff there. It is some things there. Running backs is different too. What that was like with Michael Turner back then compared to Freeman. So I can make some argument. I think it would come down to the defense. I would do.
I think that 2012 team could probably play keep away. I think that the only thing about, and it probably would be the 2016 just because their offense was just so deadly.
They had Shanahan. Shanahan would have probably been able to maybe find some holes in that Smith defense.
Yeah. Look at the coordinators too as well from both teams. Shanahan that 2016 Shanahan would pick you apart. The fourth or fifth tight end would have scored too as well. You got to be careful of that. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T-Will, A1 Forever here talking Falcons football. As you can see on the screen, we just went over the Go-Go Party Bus that is sold out now. I was getting ready to talk about that. I know some fans was interested. But for you college football fans, the Rise Up Tour Fan Club has partnered with another group that's going to be taking some bus trips down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to go watch the Dog play Alabama. So Falcon fans, if you want to head down there, now this does not provide the game ticket. This is just $65 per person on the bus going down to Alabama. When you get there, there's a lot of tailgates and stuff that you can go find. Or if you have the tickets to the game, go into the game. This is pretty much one of the biggest games of the year. Georgia, Alabama in the regular season. And Georgia's schedule is stacked this year, by the way. So Alabama early in the year, that could be a matchup that fans can look and say, that's probably going to be the SEC championship later on in December. But you get a chance to see them early in the year. So that's fans, as you can see it, sign up at www.dogs Bama bus trip. Dogs Bama bus trip.
Dogs are going to go over there and roll over that Crimson Tide and send them boys home crying big old crocodile tears. Then they're going to go down to Florida and kick their arses.
Go Dogs.
Make their way up to Tennessee and kick their arses. They're just going to kick everybody's arse this year, man. They're Dogs.
It's going to be great this year to see Georgia play a tough schedule. I mean, the Falcons, even the first couple games, I still consider them having a decent schedule. People's like, no, it's too easy. No. After week 4, that's it. I mean, you got to watch for the Bucs too. I mean, the Saints, we've split games with them in the past. Some fans said the Raiders are going to be really good this year. So we get a chance to see what Coach Pierce can do. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's the preseason now. I mean,
Mark
training
camps in the building. What up, Mark?
They shot to Mark too as well. Head over here to the next trip, bus trip to Carolina. Any Falcon fans want to go up to go watch?
They are gonna kick their arses. Like that ain't gonna be. That's gonna be. You know what that's gonna be? That's gonna be this. So I'm gonna do my impersonation of the Carolina Panthers coach before the game, and coincidentally, it's the same impersonation of the coach talking to the Mission College Tigers in school days. You know, now guys, here at here at the Carolina Panthers, we pride ourselves on victory, and we need to go out here and beat these Falcons. Now, these Falcons have trounced us the last time. It was 52-0, but today we're going to go out there and we're going to stomp them. And the opposite is going to happen, because what's going to happen is we're going to stomp a Carolina mud hole in their ass. The score, Philip, where you at, baby? It's going to be 42-10, not 35, because it's Carolina and they suck big donkey hooters. Go ahead and hit me with that penalty.
Good gracious.
No, you're good. You're good. You drove 80 miles. Remember, you're good.
Thank you, brother. And we're going to beat the shit out of Carolina. So
no, he's pushing it now. He wants to whistle.
It's going to be 42.
I will say that you have Kirk Cousins now, Mr. 4,000. Some games you looked at with Matt and said, Matt, you're supposed to go off here. We circled this game so you can have like a 300-yarder. And you see in his passer rating against a lot of these teams that Kurt has played. And a lot of fans believe that we're going to go to the playoffs. These are the games that get you to the playoffs. You got to beat Carolina. You can't go to Carolina and stink it up in October.
No.
Right? So Falcon fans, if you want to head up there, $100 per person. It's a day trip. The bus leaves about 7:30 in the morning. You arrive in Carolina around 11, 12. And then we have some stuff going on before the game starts. We have a tailgate. For some Falcon fans is going to be out there. Of course, you know, we got to take care of the folks on the bus. The Rise Up Tour Fan Club. You can see it right there at the top. You can see it on the shirt. Chris, he has his shirt. Lanyards. Terry, where's your lanyard? Where's your shirt?
Terry still ain't got that lanyard shirt.
Shit. Sign up at the riseuptourfanclub.com/Carolina. Any member of the Rise Up Tour Fan Club, paid members of the fan club, you know you don't pay the $100. Check your emails for your discount code. Rise Up Tour Fan Club is also heading to where? Tampa. And we're going to head down there and beat the Bucs because you have to win these division games. But we're also partying for my birthday because it's October 26th. So when you guys get down to Tampa, let's have a good time, get some drinks. It's Scorpio season. I mean, right now it's Leo season. But we're 3 months away from Scorpio season. Price is $150 per person. We have our host hotel too as well. A lot of members in the fan club have already booked for the host hotel. Even if you're not on the bus, you can still book the host hotel if you're a member in the fan club. So it's right there at the 4 Points by Sheraton Suites, Tampa Airport, West Shore. You guys know how small Tampa is. So like the hotel's right here. Stadium's like less than 10 minutes away. So Falcon fans don't want to be a part of that. The bus trip for that one leaves Saturday morning around 8 a.m. They make their stop at Buc-ee's. You know, everybody goes in there and shop till they drop. And then they head over to Tampa. So they're usually there about 3, 4 in the afternoon. You check in and you hang out, have a good time. Then we have our party. Sunday, we show up at the game, we turn up, and then you're back to Atlanta. So we're looking out for fans the best way we can. And we have the bus trip to Carolina. We have the bus trip to Tampa. And of course, we have something else here that I'm going to pop up. And I'm sure some fans. Oh, wait, Chris.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
man, it's storming, man. It's storming. It don't hit me again.
Okay. We're going to get ready to wrap it up here in just a second. We have it on the screen. The Sun and Fun Cruise Part 2. Now, fans, don't even hit the chat. Please don't hit the chat about, you know, hey, did you hear about the Falcon doing the cruise too? Yes, we heard about them doing the cruise too. Why do you think I know we know that we
How you do it? What'd you
Hey,
say?
you think you hear about Falcon doing cool too?
It's not the cool too.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
wow.
cruise one for them. But
Oh,
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're going on our second annual Sun and Fun cruise. Don't forget, we don't create no divide between fan base. Like, we're all Falcon fans here. So there's going to be fans on their cruise. There's going to be fans on our cruise. Our cruise is May 22nd through the 26th. This is our second annual Sun and Fun cruise. So for those that want to head out to the Bahamas, it's a $150 deposit. And of course, you want to hit up your Carnival rep when you speak to them and give them the group ID L2SC27. A1U is there today. You did see, we're not going to mention anybody, but you did see somebody from the Atlanta Falcons that was there with us at the event today.
Indeed.
So as you can kind of think about, where the Rise Up Tour fan club is trying to do, we're trying to take this to this next level. So we want to make sure that everybody's having a good time and everybody's involved, man. It's all about bringing energy to the fan base, to the team, right? We all want to win here, right?
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, when we do win, where are you going to be for the parade, right? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Where are you going to be for the parade? Where are you going to park for the parade, right? You just can't just pull up 9 o'clock and park on near Centennial. It's packed.
Yeah. Oh man.
What are you going to do? You going to take MARTA? It's packed. Indian Creek's going to be packed. Edmund Park is going to be packed for that parade. That's the question we ought to be asking. When the Falcons win the Super Bowl, where are you going to park? Don't worry about the cruise. Where are you going to park?
I hope I live past that first week of party.
It's happening, Terry. The next couple
It's
years is
going down, Terry.
Next couple years is going down.
No. I'm saying I hope I live past the first week of partying.
Oh shit! The party starts once the thing about Atlanta winning the Super Bowl. Once that clock strikes 0, party starts.
The party starts.
Bro, let me tell you something. I've been waiting for this shit so long. I'm probably gonna cry. I might throw up from the excitement. Like, it's gonna be a lot, bro. It's gonna be because I'm gonna be thinking New England Patriots. Fuck you. Like, that's gonna be Tom Brady. I'm sorry, that guy who we don't talk about. Fuck you. That's going to be my first thought. And the second one is going to be New Orleans Saints. Fuck you. Everybody who complained about 28-3. Fuck you. And it's going to go from there, bro. It's going to be like, it's going to be. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna cry. It's going to be emotional. I'm probably going to spend time with my mom's dead ashes. I'll go to my brother's house and take my mom's dead ashes to see my dad's dead ashes, and we'll all have a party and we'll cry. I just don't know that I'm gonna live past that first week of partying. I don't know. It's gonna be,
bro. It's gonna be fun, boy.
Bro, I've been a Falcons fan for 50 years. This shit's religious to me. You don't understand. Like, again, right? There are 3 of my favorite holidays. One is Christmas. The second one is the Super Bowl. All right, that's a fucking holiday for me. I've told my boss I don't work on I don't give a shit if all of my peers call out. I'm not working the Super Bowl. Like, we have a thing. We have an understanding. Third one is the Major League Baseball trade deadline. But bro, if the Falcons win the Super Bowl, you have to understand. Know that I'm gonna live that next week. Like, I will. I never thought I'd see this, right? I pray to God I don't stroke out when, like, I'll be like, yeah, and you know what I mean? And then, I'll be one time from the fan from heaven. Like, honestly, bro, I want to live to see the party and the parade. I want us to win the Super Bowl, Jack. I can't even think, I can't fathom the parade.
It's like, I can't even think about the parade, but
bro, I'm thinking about the last 10 seconds, right? Like, okay, so Jack, I'm here because I don't make enough money to ever buy a Super Bowl ticket. You're at the Super Bowl. You're running on the field shirtless, celebrating.
I'm definitely there. I'm definitely at the Super Bowl.
I don't know where the hell Chris is. Chris might be at the Super Bowl. Chris might be watching it. Hell, Chris not together. I don't know, right?
Never know.
My kids, right? It's the last 10 seconds. And the Falcons are going to win, and the tears are just streaming down my face. And my wife is looking at me like, you idiot, it's not that serious. Get over yourself. It doesn't matter. The tears are coming down my face. I'm excited as hell. I'm jumping up. I'm grabbing my kids. I'm grabbing my wife. She's gonna get mad.
The Saints fans are mad. They can't believe it that we were winning it in their home.
You go straight to the first Saints fan page that you know about, and you just post nothing but just ring check. We out here. Or head to the Panthers page too as well. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, Raymond Collins, Jalen Jones.
My brother, man, and I gotta call Eric. I gotta call Eric. Shit, I can't even get past the first hour of us winning the Super Bowl because it's just gonna be such a relief, man. It's like you guys understand, but you don't understand because I've been going through this for like 45 years, man. You know what I mean? I done had so many friends die and never see this. So just to see the Falcons do that, man, bro, I'm not even thinking about making it to the fucking parade because I'm like, that's going to be, bro, I'm going to be, you know what it is? Okay. The only thing I can compare this to, has anybody ever seen the movie Rudy?
Rudy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when Rudy's dad walks in that stadium, and he son down on that field, you start to see tears coming down his eye because he never thought he'd see it. He never thought he'd see it. You're talking generations of Rudigers. Nobody's ever went to college, and this boy went out here and did it, and he is walking in to see his son play. That's how I'm gonna feel when my Atlanta Falcons, that I love, that I make no mistake about it, I love them. You know what I mean? They're my fourth child. Like, I love them. When my Atlanta Falcons win a Super Bowl, bro, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be speechless. I'm gonna have goosebumps. I'm gonna cry. I'm probably gonna piss my pants. Like, it's gonna be so much going on.
Wow,
bro. It's like I can't see past the first day. I probably won't go to sleep for like 3 days. I probably won't. Like, I'll be up for 3 days.
I'm talking about. I need them to win this year for T. Will for real.
Mark in the chat too as well.
Hey, because I'm just saying this man talking about doing a lot, y'all.
And it sounded like I was literally watching The Wolf of Wall Street right there. It's just that he's a Falcon fan. So, oh god, here goes the Jags.
I know ever since take y'all ass to bed.
Look at the Jags.
Wow.
He's finished with his Jags podcast now. What did you guys do? Did the mascot show up today? Did Jack show up?
Oh man.
You know, those Jags fans, the only thing that's selling out those games, that mascot, he's best in the league, isn't he?
Whatever, man. We talking about the Falcons winning Super. I don't care about that, Jonell. I just can't wait, man. I hope we all see it. I think that'd be a dynamic thing to be a part of. And I just can't think of anything better, bro. I've seen the Braves.
T-Will, some people are they're in the chat concerned, Terry. They want to make sure that when we get to that point, what is going to happen?
Terry getting drug tested tomorrow, y'all. Terry getting drug tested tomorrow.
Y'all
don't. Let me tell you something.
I've been watching this team for damn near 50 years, man.
Wait till we do the podcast when Terry's tipsy.
Bro,
man. You got some spam.
Yeah, that's a spam.
Yeah, get rid of this spam. Tripping now.
Yeah, bro. If we win that Super Bowl, man, for me, it's gonna be just that moment there. It's gonna be that moment. That life is about moments. That moment when that clock hits 0, and nobody in the world is better than us.
Chris,
that be justification for everything, bro. Everything.
Chris, you're on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking like, how did the Twitch comment get in here?
Oh, you're on Twitch in here. Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Chris is everywhere.
Yeah, fast twitch muscles, man. Got to get fast twitch.
Damn, fast twitch, you meant fast twitch, didn't you? Literally.
Yeah, I'm looking like I looked at this comment. And I was like, where did a Twitch comment come from? I was about to call Kyson out. Like, yo, bro, what is going on here now?
Yeah, man, because I know right now this is some stuff going on with X. I'm eventually I think I'm gonna end up having to do it, man, because they don't let us, stream on X for free no more. So
Oh, really?
oh yeah, you gotta pay for X now if you want to stream on it. So anybody
Yeah,
who's
X
streaming on
Premium.
X, yeah, they got it. They had to do it.
I guess they had to monetize. Whatever, man. I don't care about that shit. Look, I want to see us win the Super Bowl for nothing else than that moment, man. That moment right. That moment, because nobody will be able to say they're better than us. And for every Falcon that's ever played, for every Falcon fan that's watched this team, that's suffered with this team, that suffered that fucking 28-3 sign from those fucking assholes in New Orleans, you're gonna
Terry is on one today.
I'm saying, I'm ready to see it, man. I'm ready to see it. That's all I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, like, I can't even see the parade, man, because I'm gonna be drunk that night. Like Vinny said, I'm gonna be white girl wasted. Like I'm gonna be drunk that night. I'm gonna be drunk the night after that.
All right, we had to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drunk the night after that. Like, I don't know that I'll live towards the parade. And you know what? I'm fine with it. I got my shit in order. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Terry, you are what you said? You said you're 5'9", 5'10", like 200. What did you say you were? You said it before on the channel.
265.
And you trying to get white boy wasted at 265?
Bro, if the Falcons, do you not?
Bro, that's like sleeping in the rain with your new Jordans on wasted.
I understand, bro. If the Falcons win the Super Bowl, the earth is gonna shift on its fucking axis.
And let me tell you,
bro, this will be fucking incredible.
Let me tell you something about Vinny. Vinny gets wasted, but he gets wasted. He drinks responsible, but Vinny gets wasted. I done seen Vinny tipsy, like, yo, bro, everything good? Yeah, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and like Vinny gets after it. So to see Vinny drinking for Super Bowl, I can't even imagine what he's gonna look like. Like, yeah, I remember the Falconator when he walked out on draft day, like that fan that was going at him about the 28-3 stuff. He had on the suit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great moment for this fan base too, as well.
Yeah.
With Vinny responding back,
right?
The way he did. But just imagine if that was drunk Vinny responding back. He probably would have been in the crowd. The fight would have been viral.
He'd have been throwing haymakers.
Vinny,
somebody was catching the belly to belly.
He's a true diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. But then you see the response that he mentioned to the fan. That's how quick he is to respond. Vinny has the comment or the thought ready as you're talking. So as you get ready, go ahead and stop talking. Bam, Vinny's quick with the response. So when that fan mentioned, 28-3, Vinny's like, you? Which one? You? Vinny just had to point out who it was. I remember if Vinny said it correctly, he didn't know who it was in that group, but he knows it was some Saints fans down there. So he was like, oh, which one of you? Oh, you. Had to be you. That's how good Vinny is, man. So just imagine Vinny drunk during the Super Bowl. Like, that is going to be crazy, man. Hopeful is in the chat saying, Terry, you dropping the truth. Terry, when you talk about the Falcons going to the Super Bowl, fans really get excited about this because they want that feeling again. They want that 2016 moment where the fourth quarter will now, hopefully not deal with that situation again. But there is no, guy in New England to deal about. So we don't have to worry about him no more. Right. But then again, you have a guy in Kansas City where if you make it to that point, you might have to play him. But good thing we got him week 3. Yeah.
Whatever. Well, whoever we got to go through, we'll go through. But if we win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be on my Kevin Garnett shit. Anything is possible. Like, it's
that's a whole lot of Wolf of Wall Street you watched before you joined the podcast today.
I feel like this
you hit the F-bomb counter more than 10 times. I'm sure somebody was in their car like, Jack Spade keeps cursing, and then somebody's like, that's not Jack. That's Terry.
Bro. That's how I feel about myself. All right. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's bro. Well, let me put it to you, Chris. 10 seconds after Falcons win the Super Bowl, what are you doing? What are you doing that night?
10 seconds after they win the Super Bowl?
Yes. What are you doing?
Let's see. Oh man, there's so many different options you could do it.
Trying to make a post, trying to go live.
Oh man, I know, right? Like if I'm for example, hypothetically speaking, if I'm in New Orleans and it's happening, and I'm on Bourbon Street, I'm grabbing the first guy who had, it's a guy and girl couple. They're a Saints fan. I'm grabbing this girl, and I'm just gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen.
stealing somebody. You stealing the Saints fans, girl. As soon as the Falcons win.
Just gonna have to steal. No. All jokes aside, I knew Terry would get a kick out of that one. Now, for real though, man, I don't know, man. I'm definitely gonna have to run outside and probably scream to the top of my lungs.
Right. Thank you.
Like for real, like just because it's gonna be like for real, it's gonna be like one of the war cries too. It ain't gonna be like like something like no. It's gonna sound like I'm on 300. And we just went to war and we just won the war.
Right.
Like that's exactly what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be something like that.
Vinny has it. If Vinny has it right, man. I'm with Vinny. So now you're gonna have we got a somebody's on the field. He's wearing a Falcon suit. Wait a minute. We got somebody else on the field. Hold on. We got 2 more people on the field right now. That's me, Vinny. So after Vinny goes, it's like go now. Security's gonna chase you. Go now. Bro. So once Vinny gets on the field, then I go from the other side.
Bro.
Go. I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm looking for Raheem. Hey, sign this for me. We just won the Super Bowl. So before they tackle me, could you sign this? But yeah, that's my last.
As long as Terry don't dive through his window like Raiden, I think we'll be all right.
Shit. Probably Falcon fans hit that like, share, subscribe button.
Hey man, there's nothing that's I might crowd surf onto my couch. Like
that's 5'9", 265 crowd surfing. That's tough.
I might I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like Maurice Jones-Drew right now. Like, get him back there. Get him back there.
Oh God.
I don't know, man.
You know what Vinny said? I'll be your distraction. Just imagine that. They planned this. Look at security. They planned this. Those Falcon fans planned this. They got 3 of them. If
Maurice Jones-Drew sees this stream, I promise you, he gonna be like, I was not 260.
Is he now? Is he now on the? He
probably gonna be like, when I was playing, I was not 269.
Oh my God! All right, Jerome Bettis is gonna watch this. You never know.
But it's
gonna be good. Bettis sounds better.
Yeah, I can see security now. They got 2 on the field. Wait a minute. I'm checking the security cameras. Wait, one just entered through the loading dock. Somebody check the loading dock. Bro. Falcon fans are trying to make their way to the field. It's been 50-something years. Jesus Christ. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Vinny, I do appreciate that you're going to be my distraction, though, so I won't be going to jail by myself. When I get into jail, I'm going to say, there you go. That's my boy right there. You see him? I know somebody in there. I know somebody in there. Look at me with my handcuffs. Hey, I know this guy. Put me over here. I know this guy.
Wait. Jack, look at Travis's. I love it. Look at Travis's.
I wish I'm dropping that Dusty Rose on the first Aints fan I see.
Dusty Rose, baby. Bam! I love it.
Come here, Saints fan. Come here. Let me talk to you, Saints fan. Boom!
Like, you know what? Call the Saints fan over, like, man, I just want to bury the hatchet. We both got one now, and boom!
Oh, shit. Now we got to bring the laughing ones out. We saved this one for this. Everybody laugh. Everybody laugh. Oh, my God. That is funny. We're laughing at Saints fans here.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Wardy, I want to let you know, baby. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Come here, baby. Bah! Hit him with the head with it. As soon as he jumped down to check his shoe, come here. Bah! Hit him again.
Hit him with the, I just got a magic trick.
Oh, wow.
You got Dusty Rose too. You got to do the hands like this. Come here, big dog. Bam.
Oh, wow.
Hit him with it, real Dusty Rose style. The Falcon that said, I'm 5'9", 290. They definitely catching me. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I just Vinny hopping the wall as soon as he gets down. The security's like, you can go. You can go. Matter of fact, we needed this run. You can go. Y'all going to be mad at me. They're going to be like, Jack, why'd you do that, Jack? Now you're arrested. Now we can't even see the podcast after the show.
Don't worry, I'm gonna come on here and say they're gonna be like, "What happened to the Jack, man?" I'm like, "What? You hit them with that 2024 Dusty Rose? There was nothing else they could do."
I be walking out of the stadium in New Orleans telling them, "I saw Vinny jump first. I went,
Get Jack gonna be like, "Get him."
Good thing we know our way. Vinny, we know New Orleans well, so if we do decide to run away, not saying, hey, everybody can start running away from police. No, if we do decide to run away, I think we'll be good in the French Quarter. Like, we know the French Quarter pretty well right now. For all the Falcon fans that travel to New Orleans, if you're in the French Quarter, you will see walking down Iberville, walking down Canal, walking down all these streets. They all lead back to the same one, right? So they're going to be, and they're on horse in New Orleans. They ride the horse around the French Quarter. So you're not catching me down some of them alleys. This horse can't go over there, but he did. Well, get off the horse. He's not getting off that horse. So Falcon fans, it's going down in a major way. Chris, we did not mean to keep you for 2 hours and a half. I promise you. That was not the plan. Right? I looked up and said,
it's almost 11 o'clock for real.
I mean, I'm getting House of the Dragon text like last week. You see that, Jack? We need you to clarify this. What is going on? Like, hey, man, it's 10:54. I haven't even watched it yet. But this is what happens when you have a podcast with, Falcons family who can talk football and just, keep it real, right? So, Chris, man, I appreciate everything, man. Today, showed up, got some good food, good drink, talked to a lot of Falcon fans. And you saw me over there at the table telling some fans about your podcast. You walk by, then they got a chance to meet the person who's behind the podcast. So I do appreciate everything that you've done, man, for fan club, and of course for your podcast, and of course for the content creator community. Thank you, Chris, man. What you got going on? The shout outs, I know this is probably like your Grammy speech. So if you want to pull out your notes of all your shout outs, go right ahead. You should do a great job, man.
Grammy speech, man. No Grammy speech, man. Shout out to the Falcons faithful, man, who all, no matter what distance you traveled, man, shout out to you for going out there and supporting our logo, our brand. I'm glad everyone got back home safely. Shout out to everybody from today. It was beautiful, man. This is what we need as our Falcons community, because, again, there's no such thing as a bandwagon Falcon fan. You're either in it or you ain't. And it's glad to see so many Falcon fans who are really in it. And, so shout out to the Falcon faithful. Shout out to the 95 North, Sports Machine, who, of course, is me and Berto and Smitty. And we're going to have some more stuff coming your way. We got a few things lining up, a few guests, a few other content creators that we plan on working with. So just stay tuned, man, to that. And shout out to, of course, One Time for the Fan. The Rise Up, tour. This is beautiful, man. This is all awesome. And of course, please, if you guys are, so kind to do this, stop on by A1 Forever Sports, on YouTube, also TikTok, The Real A1 Forever, Twitter, Instagram, A1 Forever. You guys can find me. Pretty much going to be the same logo. That's how you know you're there. It's going to be that same logo right there, man, with the blue, with the black letters, man. So that's how you know you're there. And just come on by, have a conversation in a given time, man. Don't mind speaking to anybody.
Falcon fans, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button for Chris. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here shortly. Terry, shout outs for you, man. This has been a great weekend. I'm glad you got a chance to get away from the control room and come out and see the Falcons. And this is just great, man. So please, Terry, the floor is yours. Talk to the Falcon families like you do so well.
Yes. First and foremost, Chris, man, hey, thank you for coming on the show. Always enjoy doing shows with you, bro. We do baseball, football, basketball. It's just fun, man. It's fun. You're like almost like a family member of One Time for the Fan. So I enjoy you come on, man. Enjoy doing podcasts with you and just enjoy you as a person. So thank you for that, bro. Shout out to you. We didn't mean to keep you for 2.5 hours.
Hey, man. It's all good, man. If I had something scheduled, I'd probably been on rolled out by now. But it's great, man. We're talking about training camp, talking about you guys, what you guys seen, what we experienced today, everything, man. So it's just all great fun.
It was great fun, and hey, one thing you want to get me going, talk about the Falcons winning the Super Bowl. I've dreamed about it for years, and so hopefully that will happen soon. To the fans in this chat, man, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We do this for y'all because without y'all, there is no us, and we really enjoy doing this show. So thank you. Thank you to God. Forgive me for all those F-bombs I dropped. I was in the moment. The moment said do it. Please forgive me. I want a foul drop. Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Power driver.
Love it.
You know, Marshawn Lattimore ain't gonna let that happen with the way he's holding. He's holding like this. Not me. He holding like this. All he do is hold.
Marshawn's a little solid. I don't know, but that would be interesting. But anyway, thank you to God, waking me up, everything in my life. I appreciate it. Obviously, Jack, thank you, man. Really enjoyed this show. Really enjoyed this weekend. Really enjoyed yesterday. And just happy doing this, man. Just, you know what I mean? Really enjoy talking to Falcons. Really enjoy One Time for the Fan. Really enjoy the people that I meet, the type of people that I meet. Everybody that I've met thus far has been really cool people. They've been really nice. It's positive, and I love that. And I gotta believe, Jack, you got a lot to do with that. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Hey man, as long as you keep inviting me, I'll keep coming back. And the floor is now yours, sir. Go right ahead.
Hey man, rise up to all the Falcon fans in the chat. Chris, you saw it today from the fan club. Everybody's excited not only for the home games but the away games, right? We talked about Vegas with a lot of fans today. You saw people saying, "Oh, I'm going in Thursday. I'm going in Wednesday. I'm flying here from here." Like those are the fans that's like, I'm a ticket holder. I'm a season ticket holder, but they got to spend the extra cash to fly and go out of town and drive and do all this other stuff. So big shout out to all the fans who's a part of the fan club, and for other fans that's not a part of the fan club and you want to join, just Google the Rise Up Tour fan club. We have a lot of information on social media. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on X, Instagram. You can also reach out to me too as well. Jack Spade, I'm on Facebook, and you can hit the One Time for the Fan page. You can find us on Twitter. It's at the bottom of the screen. I'm sorry, not Twitter, X. Elon has taken over. So follow on X at One Time for the Fan at the bottom. Of course, YouTube, if you're listening, if you're watching on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, head over to YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 in subscribers just because of you guys. That's why we're there. So thank you all.
It's on the way, fellas.
It's there. It's going to be there. I'm not even worried about it. I know fans really enjoyed the show. And just like all the other content creators that's hit 1,000, it's a blessing. But it really comes from the Falcon fan base, like the faithful, right? You guys enjoy the podcast and the content. That's why we're here. Like me and Terry are making $1 million off of this. We turn on the podcast, we talk to the Falcon fans, and then we go about our business. I'm going to go smack some money in NCAA in a couple minutes. So it's like I just talked 2 hours of Falcons with the fan base, and I'm about to go play some college football. So, it's the rest of my weekend before, school. I mean, not school, work and everything. Instagram, One Time for the Fan. If you're on the Instagram, if you follow us, you saw a lot this weekend, right? You saw some real fan behavior of being on the sideline, of, yelling at the fan and yelling at the team, in a positive way. But also talking with some of the players, the autographs. I mean, that's what fan behavior is. Now, this week, Friday, we're going to have, once again, the Instagram page going crazy because we're going to be at the Benz. And there's not going to be no problem with parking this time because that stadium can hold 72,000 people. So we're going to be down there early. We're going to have a good time. I think they are bringing in the bartenders, Chris. So they're serving drinks in there at the Benz. I don't know if it's in the clubs or this concourse, but my ticket says lounge on it. So that's why I'll be. So for Falcon fans, it's going to be down there having a good time. We're going to have a nice practice. Hopefully everybody gets off the field healthy and we can move forward. Because after that practice this Friday, it's time for the Dolphins, right? It's go time. So really this week right here shows a lot because we're getting ready to get into August. So big shout out to the Atlanta Falcons for putting on that great practice yesterday. Everybody who's a part of that, Terry, Raheem, everybody. Big thank you for you all. A lot of fans in here. Big shout out to Mr. Oaks in the chat. If a lot of fans here from Facebook too as well. Head over to YouTube so you can hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Please help us be a part of that. And it's free. Like Country says, he'll dance at your wedding. Me, I might cut your grass. I don't know. In the winter. You know how it is in Atlanta too as well. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Hey, Jack.
What's up, brother?
I got an idea, man. We hit 1,000.
I'm not cutting any grass. I was just playing.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking we at least need to have a party, man. We invite Chris. I mean, he's here half the time anyway. So, let's invite Chris, invite all of 95 North. Let's have a party. We hit 1,000. Let's have a party.
It's very much so possible that can happen with the schedule that we have. We don't know if it's tomorrow We don't know if it's next week. We don't know if it's in August, but we don't want to, put on any details without knowing for sure that we're going to hit 1,000 at that moment.
That's
right.
true.
So it's going to be great. I think Kai Cenat the other day, or iShowSpeed, he was on live and he had the thing that said 18 million or 17 million subscribers. He was trying to get to 18 and he's showing the screen, and then it hit 18 million and he just threw one big bash. It's like, that's crazy. If you had 18 million subscribers, bro.
Wow, that's wow.
That is crazy. So
that's a whole nother life.
Smitty with 11K. Chris, your channel's doing so well. Mark Cheney too as well. A lot of channels doing so well. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic is taking off too as well. Big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to all the Falcon fans that continue to rep. We're going to continue to rep. And thank you all for being a part of One Time for the Fan. I don't want to hold y'all up too much. It's time to go watch some dragons, slay some other dragons. Oh, and they got a new dragon rider. So we got to go find out how he's doing right now too as well.
Is this episode 8 that they're
this
on?
This is 8. They got this one and then the one next week, and that's it.
Oh, it's not gonna be 10 episodes, it's just gonna be 9?
I think it's 9 on this one. But this is the one that's like an hour and 15 minutes. And then next week is the last one, is season finale, is the hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a little mini movie that you get. So this is gonna be great. And Chris, I don't even know if you saw Marvel yesterday. We could have talked about the San Diego Comic-Con where Robert Downey Jr.
is
coming back to Marvel.
Doom as Dr. Doom. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Oh,
that actually happened in the
infamous Iron Man comic series.
So that did happen.
But also, you can go to Spider-Man when it says Stark Tower on the back of the building. Like not a Stark Tower. It said Von Industries or Doom Industries, whatever it was. He had already bought over the Stark Tower in the Spider-Man movie. So it's kind of like they already set it up. But to have Robert Downey Jr. back in the building, right? And then Chris Evans just played. I ain't gonna talk about it. All right, Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share. I don't want to spoil. Yeah, there's a movie that's out. I ain't gonna say that. But look, Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Chris, A1 forever. I thank you. Please, everybody, if you're listening, go over there and follow his channel and his social medias too as well. You will see more of Chris either at an away game, home game, or better yet, this Friday, we'll go talk to Chris at the Benz.
Go. MBS. So, let's go.
That's what it's all about, man. I thank you all. Chris, Terry, we say rise up, man. So rise up.
Rise up.
Rise up.
Y'all later. We'll talk to you.